Probably shouldn't have tapped that. I'm not at the point in the game where I can tap a water elemental. In fact, I shouldn't even be fighting a water elemental. Acid Dragon. Fortunately, I have resistance to corrosion, so I don't think I will be exploded by that Acid Dragon. Still, this is not looking very good. I'm still next to the water elemental. Maybe I could read Tele. 5 HP. Drink Curing. It might be a death. It might be a death. It is a death. Okay, let's play something else. I'll play Ogre Cinder Acolyte next, but or like soon. But I want to win fast for obvious reasons. That's a shame. Yeah, it's gonna be a fighter with a War Axe. Water Elemental on D12. It's understandable that it was on D12, but I got a very rough level generation with D9 and Ultra. It's unfortunate because that character had a fantastic start. I wonder what god I'm gonna go. Probably Okawaru. We can probably do this in 2 hours or so. I think it's the first tournament in like maybe 3 or 4, probably even the first tournament in my entirety of my time streaming that I didn't win my first run. That's a shame. Let's see what we get. Uskoyo, that's a fantastic god to get from that Fated Altar. Okay, we identified heal wounds. That's why I bought that potion of heal wounds on D2. Very important to get it regardless if I had identified it or not, because at this point in the game, heal wounds, very good thing to have. So yeah, Uskoyo is gonna be huge for my character. I cannot stress enough how good Uskoyo is for a heal orc. I could have used that Staff of Fire on my previous character, but sure. When it comes to that character, well, I didn't know why I tapped down the Water Elemental. Like, I was not gonna beat it. Just the same as I'm very unlikely to beat Robin. How do we do this without getting killed by Robin? Probably just go around the corner and kill gobos as they are thrown at me. Now, this is not looking good at all. I might have to... No, I can't convert. Yeah, this is really bad. I think those 3 potions are curing. I'm pretty sure they are curing. Drink Might. Yeah, I am going to need that potion of might for this. Oh wow, Uskoyo coming in clutch with the paralyze. Grinder, unfortunate. Hand axe of freezing. It might be better than the war axe. It's certainly faster. Gonna wield it for now. Let's see if we can kill Grinder. Yep, mistakes were made. Okay, full HP of that. Okay. Funnily enough, I got to 5 pips of piety on D3 with Uskoyo. That's not a thing that happens very often. I think it's fine. I'm gonna be using this Dagger of Venom for now. Killing Grinder there was kind of a bold move. Definitely extremely risky. Like if I didn't do it with the Ogre, I shouldn't have done it with this character. I got lucky that I didn't get paralyzed because I'm pretty sure it had like a 50+% chance to get paralyzed. Okay. I have a couple of relatively high quality, well, not really a couple, only one high quality evocable in the form of that one of Ice Blast. I switched to wielding the Dagger of Venom because it's really good at this point in the game. Yeah, it poisons and gets past armor class of a lot of things. I don't care about that. Wait, maybe I do. Maybe I do, because I don't have it identified. Just to make sure that... Oh, the 3 stack of potions that I have is not curing. Interesting. I wonder what that is then. Give me that. It's better than not having any amulets. You know what's not very good? Fighting a Phantom with a weapon of Venom, so I'm gonna switch back to my War Axe. Okay. Alright, Uskoyo Paralysis. We win that fight somehow. Um, probably not somehow. It was probably thanks to the grace of Uskoyo's Paralysis. Before Hat of the Assassin. That would be extremely convenient for the cleaving stabbing. Yeah, the guaranteed cleaving stabbing with Uskoyo. I would even train a bit of stealth if I was to get the Hat of the Assassin. Oh, probably you shouldn't have down Water Moccasin with this. I have Curing, fortunately, which I am going to proceed to use right now. Wield the Hand Axe of Freezing, because it slows the Water Moccasin. Fire Resistance, nice. Also something that I would have liked to have with the Ogre. Brand the War Axe. It's a War Axe of Chaos. Brand the War Axe again? No, I am just gonna drop it. It's a dangerous thing to use. Hold on, go upstairs. Find another War Axe. Oh, that's the only War Axe that I have access to? That kinda sucks. I still need to carry around this Dagger of Venom. Ideally, I wouldn't have to use it, but I am gonna wield it against Orc Warriors and heavily armored monsters. Okay, rest. There was an invisible monster around here, yeah. Okay, I will continue training that until 12. And then at that point, I'm gonna switch to training fighting because, fortunately, as a heal orc, we have similar advantages to the ogre. Getting to the point where I can kill things really well is fast, and we also can. Wow, 26. Okay, sure. 26 damage and D5 by an acid dragon. The tournament has been full of acid dragons, apparently. So anyway, as I was saying, easy for me to get going and and get to the point where I can kill things semi-reliably, and then I can devote that experience, that outstanding experience, to fighting, which then will give me a lot of HP, which will make me not die in some fights. As long as I don't mess up, of course, like I did with the Heal Orc, or with the Ogre. Another 4 stack of mutation. Wow. With the Ogre, I had the same thing happen. Like I found a big stack of potions of mutation that I didn't think those were mutation. Um, this is a big shop to find. When I have access to acquirement, I would consider acquiring money to buy some ones there. Specifically paralysis. It's a very powerful consumable. Okay, I'll be training more of this temple. I already have Uskoyo, and Uskoyo, very good. Very good for pressing Tab. What was that message? My favorite? My favorite? Who said that? My favorite? Oh, my favorite eyeballs. Ah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, my favorite eyeballs. Okay, I got Wereblood. I'll learn it just for Shaper, but I'm probably never gonna cast it. Powerful spell, but I'm not gearing up to be a hybrid. Okay, so far this is going well. Yeah, I think the Hand Axe of Freezing is gonna be very good for this shop, or for this sewer with others. The kobolds don't get particularly affected by it. Man, that early game death was kind of rough on the Ogre. Because we had a pretty good character going. I got super lucky with the books that I found. They kind of enabled me to become a spellcaster. But unfortunately we found a Water Elemental. And yeah, it's kind of difficult for me to deal with a Water Elemental with 0 mana when it's next to me and I am cornered. Alright, let's get out of here. There's an anti-magic whip that I could pick up. I'll pick it up. It's better than not having the option to use it, even though I am extremely unlikely to use it. Oh, Steam skills. I'll wear these. There's a slight reduction in armor class for a slight increase in evasion and immunity to Steam, which might end up being relevant. Who knows? Hmm. Okay. At some point very soon, I should start training invocations. With Uskoyo, you want 27. 27 invocations with Uskoyo is so powerful. Like, it may have gotten nerfed because I don't think I noticed last time I played Uskoyo, but you get some very lengthy paralysis when you get 27 evocations or invocations with Uskoyo. Um, go around the corner, kill these dudes. Hmm. There was something interesting that I saw on the floor. Maybe it was not what I thought it was. Yeah, I thought that it was like a Randart or a demon weapon, but I may have seen it wrong. Oh, there it is. Well, that's not what I wanted, but this is pretty decent. Yeah, 13-7 for dexterity versus 10-10. I think I'll take the 10-10 unless it increases my shield. It increases my shield by 1. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah, it's only a +0 chainmail, unfortunately. Could have been a +8 or +13. The other day I had a +13 chainmail. D7 Herald is not something that I want to deal with. I would like to leave the level. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Um, I would like to find a better War Axe that is not the War Axe of Chaos that I got. Man, of all the rare brands that I could have gotten from that, I get Chaos. Like, that's kind of whack. Okay, this guy has a pole arm, so yeah. Oh man, this is not looking very good. It's looking terrifying, actually. I was planning on running away, and then I stumbled upon Maggie. Fortunately, I have a 1 pip of fire resistance, so I won't really immediately blow up. Maggie has War Axe of Elec, so the moment that I can 1v1 Maggie, I will be very pleased to 1v1 Maggie, especially because Maggie doesn't have poison resistance and I have Curer, so it's not gonna be impossible for me to survive this fight, or to beat her. Yeah, it might be impossible for me to survive this fight. I'm not even teleporting. Let's teleport. Okay, perfect. Let's let's see. Now that I know that Maggie exists in this level and Maggie has a quality axe for me, like a girthy upgrade over my freezing hand axe, I definitely want to be in this level and I want to kill Maggie, but I don't know where she is. Okay, she's very close. Get over here. Hold on. I don't want to fight her with any kind of support whatsoever. Yeah, get rid of the priest. Maggie mesmerizes. I go for the Curer. Misses. I don't lose the dart, fortunately. Maggie, I don't have paralysis. I could do that. With 0 evocations, it feels kind of trash. What are my options? I don't have my potion of might that you normally start the game with. I guess I can haste and hit her with the hand axe. Yeah, you start a bit of extra damage. Ouch. This sucks. Don't do it again. Yeah, because... Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Maggie's almost dead. Hits me with the War Axe, I don't explode. Hits me with the War Axe, I don't explode. It's eventually gonna happen. I'm like feeling the pressure. Just gonna go for Ice Blast, and I get a significant increase in my damage capabilities. In fact, so much that I am feeling incentivized to drop the hand axe, and also the dagger of venom. Yeah, when it comes to or not so heavily armored monsters, but orc warriors, the kind of thing that I will see in this early stage of the game, I feel like I could kill them now thanks to the power of the War Axe of Elec. Yep, big find thanks to Maggie, courtesy of Maggie. And yeah, the orc warrior that I fought there, who had plate, died almost instantly. Um, Okay, I probably shouldn't be in this level because of the existence of Harold. Okay, we have Joseph, Net, and a scroll. Who knows what that is? Let's read this. Let's see what we got. Noise. Um, mm, mm, mm. I feel like I should start training invocations. Fogu would be good here to prevent Joseph from shooting me. I don't think I have identified it, so let's try to do so. There we go. Okay, bring it on. Gonna use another haste. I don't normally use them this early in the game, but I feel like it might be worth it precisely because of that. Your invocation's skill gained 4 levels. It's like finding kind of a potion of experience. Oh, look at this guy with a hand axe of electrocution. Okay, probably don't fight multiple priests at the same time. I thought maybe I can kill one of them, and I can probably kill one of them with support from its band, but multiples? No. Multiples will get me killed. I wonder if it's better than the war axe, the hand axe, just because it's a faster weapon, so it applies electrocution more. I'm gonna give it a try for now. Okay, what do you have? Ringmail. Okay, Kirer. Probably should have thrown the net first. Throw the net. Succeeds. Gonna poke Harold. Yeah. Alright. Was that a Brodax? No Brodax. I got debated. No Brodax, unfortunately. I got some globes. Maybe one of these guys has a Brodax. But no Brodax. No Brodax. Okay, that was kind of a rough D7. I cannot believe that I managed to kill everything. Ha ha ha! Oh my god, the worst part about these globes is that if it was not -5, they would be incredible. Yeah, they're so good with the properties that they have that I'm even thinking about using them, despite the fact that they're -5. Yeah, that's how crazy those globes are. If I find like maybe a ring of protection, I could see myself using those specific globes. Okay, this is going well. And then I find the bees. Oh no, not the bees. Oh, they're in my eyes, but at least they don't have smite. I don't have poison resistance, but they are not powerful enough to kill me past my 12 armor class. Do I have? I don't have it. Stump. Yeah, I don't really stump that much. In general, I think it's just better to save Fuskayo Piety for getting 3 pips to go for the paralysis and then just have the paralysis actually win you the fight. I think Stump would be maybe good against Orbs of Fire and other things that are kind of hard to kill because Stump doesn't like ignores everything. It just deals damage based on the current amount of HP of the monster. I think that's how it works. Let's see what we can poly this into. I think all 3 options are less bad than a Hornet. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this goes. Do you have polearms? No polearms. No polearms. Nice. Let's kill this Rhyme Drake. Okay, we get the paralysis. The Rhyme Drake immediately becomes unparalyzed. It's fine. Better than dealing with a Hornet, because a Hornet can just paralyze me and then I explode. Oh god, not the bees. Oh, they're in my eyes. Yeah, have you seen my new emote, Aster? Because I have a not the bees emote now. Yeah. Oh, not the bees. I feel like it's perfect for this game because in this game bees can very easily kill you. Oh wow! Phantom Mirror and Lightning Rod in the same D9. Okay, finding experience evocables this early in the game is gonna be like probably important. I'm gonna train for them. And actually, it does scale with current HP. Yes, it does. You could theoretically stomp Cerebov and Antaeus. I mean, if you want to be within melee range of Antaeus, of course, which is not something that I would necessarily recommend. Okay, this is feeling very powerful. Yeah, I've been barely getting into bad fights at this point. Mm, ouch. Immediate paralysis from the Hornet. Mind Burst. Mind Burst again. Oh, come on. Not like this. Okay. Not the Hornets. The Hornets are actually way worse than the Bees. I don't have Curing. I actually don't have Curing. I'm just gonna go for the heal wounds to play it safe. Oh yeah, well, that was truly unfortunate. We got a Ring of Evasion. Maybe let's put it on instead of the Ring of Positive Energy. Positive Energy barely does anything. Blink Manifold Stormform. Acrobat. I don't care about Acrobat. Um, I have 20 extra HP from my current amulet, so Acrobat is not really gonna compete with that. Hmm. Okay, no Battle Axe yet. I have a Buckler, but the Buckler is very negligible compared to the advantages of a Battle Axe at this point in the game. Later on, the shields get better, for sure, they do. At this point, whatever. I also don't think I have a lot of shields to skill anyway, so I would definitely replace my current Buckler with a Battle Axe if I was given the choice to do so. A Knight who might have a Battle Axe. Doesn't really have a Battle Axe, but yeah. Obviously, killing a Knight on D10 is not really viable. I can probably 1v1 it, actually. Okay, what do you have? Plate. Gonna switch to the War Axe for that. Come upstairs with me. Oh man, it brought upstairs a warrior. In that case, come upstairs with me once again. Yep, and now I am going to net you. I'm going to net you, and then I'm gonna curer you. And then I'm gonna poke you, and you're gonna die. And I'm gonna get a bunch of experience that I wouldn't have gotten, and a battle axe apparently. We take those. Okay, I think at this point we can just drop these. Yeah, and I'll use the battle axe. Oh, you can't wield that with only one hand. I like how the message changed because of the existence of orbs. It used to say you cannot wield that with a shield, but now it says you cannot wield that with only one hand. Hello, K-Man. You haven't seen it. It's perfect. Haha. Yeah, it's perfect. I want to make it into an animated emote. I wonder what it's better between my current battle axe and the electrocution war axe. Maybe the electrocution war axe is way better. I'm gonna use the battle axe only against monsters with a lot of armor class and resistance to electricity. So pretty much against a gargoyle. Oh man, swamp worm. Wait, why are there swamp worms on my D10? Yeah, I was like, why is this worm killing me? But it's a swamp worm. It's not a normal worm. This is an issue. This is really an issue. I'm gonna drink heal wounds. Yeah, we should be able to beat this swamp worm now. Tofoop, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's actually unreasonable. I cannot tap that. Not not right now. Not with 12 armor class. Yeah, that's a monster that kills people in swamp. So definitely a bit out of my pay grade on D10. At least it's slow, so it's kind of easy for me to run away from it. Camo Dragon gets destroyed by Mind Burst, frees up the inventory slot. I have no more Mind Burst until much later in the game. This character does have the shop wand, so I could buy some wands. In fact, I am likely to just go and immediately buy that wand of paralysis because I am training evocations, and paralysis is a fantastic effect for me to have right now. I'll clear the 11 and then I'll come back for that. There's an unseen horror. I am fighting an unseen horror and an acid dragon. This is not looking very good. The acid dragon doesn't seem visible. Yeah, it doesn't. So it wouldn't be of any help against the unseen horror. I'm gonna re-teleport because I don't think I'm gonna win this fight. Never mind. Apparently I am very capable of one-shotting an unseen horror. But slime creatures, on the other hand, man, if I can kill them if they surround me, I think, because they're not really that bad if they surround you. But if they start merging, it can get out of control. Also, yeah, okay. If evasion is a placebo, is there a case to be made for switching to plate armor and wearing the -5 gloves to keep your armor class close to what it is now? Yes, there is a case for that. It might be worth it. It might actually be worth it. Gonna get access, more access. I want to get minimum delay on the, or at least 1.0 delay on the battle axe. I would also like to find an axe of flaming. Okay, we're on D12. Probably shouldn't be on D12. I was gonna immediately go upstairs, but then I saw the telescrolls. We want those. Let's go to Lair. Go Lair. Oh, I have not found Lair. It must have been in the one level that I skipped. What was the level that I skipped? The level with I don't remember. Oh, the Tyrant Leech level. Like that was the entrance to Lair. Man, that's so much more nasty than Death Axe. Okay, I'll get that scroll blinking. Yeah, I was gonna buy the wand, but I think I might be better off just getting those scrolls of blinking, or the scroll blinking, the scrolls of identify, and also the scroll of summoning. Okay, bunch of trash, and the scroll summoning to identify it. Let's see. When it comes to teleport, I have 4. We're gonna just not do that. Enchant armor, might as well pick it up. Boulder Bill rolling. I have poly. It can poly into things that will murder me. The satyr will not really murder me, but the others will 100% murder me. Phantom mirror. Okay, perfect. Is the Boulder Bill like the one that I summoned rolling? It's not. Doesn't seem to be rolling. Gonna poke it until Uskayo. Yeah, okay, never mind. I thought that Uskayo was gonna paralyze it. It was not really a thing that happened. Anyway, hello Prince Cosmo, good to see you around and thank you for stopping by. I hope that you have been enjoying the tournament so far. I hope that you get to play soon if you're here. The Foop. Wow. Surprising. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Very unexpected, especially from someone that just followed today, but I appreciate the support, again, as I mentioned. I hope that you enjoy the show, and after I complete this character, I will be taking a bit of a break, and then I will be playing again in a couple of hours. After I eat and that kind of thing.
My wife still doesn't believe in me!
A brain. Brain, thank you so much for the support. Donghack? Is Donghack here? At Donghack Lamao? Okay, at Donghack Lamao. I don't think I saw Donghack, but maybe the message got missed or something. Oh, you just gifted him. Oh, yeah, I see that you hit Donghack. Good hit. Okay, I'm gonna walk away from this thing as much as I can, and then I'm gonna read Blinking. Yeah, unfortunately, I got stuck in a fight that I cannot take against that. And since it hits so hard, it's unlikely for me to survive it. But now that I'm at full HP, I can easily kill it. Yeah. Which means that I am perfectly capable and ready for Lair if I can tap down Komodo dragons. What I would definitely be unable to tap down is Hydras, and unfortunately, well, there's gonna be a lot of Hydras where we're going in the future. Gonna be training some armor because why not? Like 10 armor. I want to go to Lair. What was the level that I didn't do? 9? 10? It was 10. Okay, I'm gonna have to face my fears and fight this Tyrant Leech. It is slow, so maybe I'll be able to kill it. Let's see. I have some poison darts in the floor. Yeah, I can use those for killing this Tyrant Leech, which is not poison resistant for some reason. You would think that the Leech would be poison resistant, but it definitely is not. So, okay. Quiver the poison darts. I could also use Curer. I'm probably gonna use Curer for that Tyrant Leech. Ah, never mind. This is the entrance to Lair. I recognize this vault. Kind of surprising that the 10 Tyrant Leeches generated and they were not guarding the entrance to Lair. Well, I guess it's. I'm saying like if as if there were a lot of them, but there's only one. So so yeah. All right. Let's just go to there. Mm, at some point, I will be getting a lot more. Sorry, invocations. Okay. Perfect. Now, unfortunately, I cannot really stab the Hydras, but hopefully I can get 2 swings in and kill it before it explodes me. It doesn't work. I only get 1 hit in. That's a shame with 12 invocations. I guess I'm gonna have to either acid them or lightning rod them. I think aciding them is just like the safest bet. Jeez, it gets a double turn. So it goes from not being paralyzed for very long to getting a double turn. All right. That's unfortunate. I'm at 51 HP. I feel like I would die if I don't try to run away from them. Man, that sucks. Yeah, fighting two Hydras as a character without flaming. Yeah, I've never liked that Hydras work like this, where if you're using a specific type of weapon, they punish you for trying to play the game. Um, I would like to see that changed in the future. Someone just gifted you a soup. Yep. I saw it happen. It was very appreciated. Nice, there we go. That's the good stuff. Grand finale, I theoretically can do it, but I can't actually do it. The way that this works is that it scales with your piety and with your invocations skill. So if you have a lot of invocations, you can use, or you can actually use it as soon as you get it. But we're not at that point yet. Now use the globes. Yeah, I got +4 plate. I could use the globes. That doesn't look terrible. That definitely doesn't look terrible. I like the regen. I like the slaying. Finally caught you on stream. Good luck with the run. Yeah. Yeah. This looks pretty nice. Especially the slaying is fantastic. Sonya with distortion. So we get trapped. Oh, never mind. I don't get tail trap. I just like auto travel into Sonya. It would be fantastic if I had paralysis, but I unfortunately cannot buy it. I can poly Sonya. Rhyme Drake, Wyvern, or Blink Frog. We take those. Yeah, that's way easier than dealing with Distortion Sonya. It's only asking to get paralyzed and then owned by, or not paralyzed, but slowed from Curer, and then owned by Sonya blinking next to me and poking me with Distortion, banishing me, and then killing me. Um, Fortunately, Sonya is one of the weakest monsters in the game when it comes to willpower. Um, so her overwhelming offense is compensated by that very crippling weakness that she shares with players. Mm. At the point in the game where you find Sonya, you as a player are more likely to have more willpower than Sonya does. Okay, hopefully this will kill the Hydra before it pokes me. It does. 27 viewers. It happens. I've been getting high amount of viewership later on. It's been growing. Probably in no small measure thanks to the tier lists that I have been posting on YouTube. What can I say? Tier lists work. So yeah. And I do want to eventually do this like with with a high amount of quality and stuff. So it definitely does help for more people to watch and contribute. Um, Also, whenever I do my tier lists, I always mention that it's like my personal opinion. Um, so yeah, it is important to keep that in mind about tier lists. They're more about entertainment than to actually provide like an objective view into the game. Um, my tier lists are almost entirely subjective and based on my own personal playstyle. But I feel like a lot of people who resonate with my playstyle will also resonate with my opinions when it comes to those tier lists. Lightning Wrath doesn't really do a lot to the Hydra, cannot melee it, but I have 20 armor class, so I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of blowing up with 20 armor class. Yeah, it's hitting me for 10, 22, but I am fine. I ran out of acid, that's not fine. Especially because that's not the last Hydra that we're gonna see. In fact, we're only in layer 2, and the game will keep throwing Hydras at me. Mm, I guess I'll Phantom Mirror the Hydra. Oh, it gets copied, paralyzed. That's crazy. Did you see that? Your seven-headed Hydra bites the seven-headed Hydra. It disappeared instantly. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Huh. Interesting. Especially because I have 10 evocations. It shouldn't have disappeared in a single turn. But it doesn't matter. Gonna kite this thing over here. And if I am unable to hit it with acid, I at least have 3 more charges of Ice Blast. Which my ones are like almost exclusively reserved to for Hydras at this point in the game. Because I can kill everything else with just pressing tab. Toads, Jacks, even Death Jacks, I think I wouldn't have many issues dealing with them. But Hydras, no. Also, that +4 plate that I found was a big find for my character. Yeah, enables me to wear the globes that I just found. Oh man, more Kulisivora. Dude, these are pretty ridiculously strong for this point in the game. They have ridiculous evasion, they hit really hard, and they bump, so they're so tanky. Um, Evasion tankiness. But fortunately, I have an item that ignores evasion in the form of the lightning rod. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot of charges. Um, Line pass, which I almost never do, but it guarantees confusion on Kulisivora. Man, it places a lot of them. I don't think it should place that many of them because they have so much evasion. Maybe I should bug report that because that's probably a bolt that used to place like redbacks or jumping spiders. You know, the more reasonable spiders that used to be more common before 0.28 and the spider rework. Mm, Random letter. Let's find out what it is. It's kind of trash. I mean, I guess it is a source of resistance to electricity, and like we take all of those, but ideally we wouldn't have to use it. Stump. Yeah, I might be able to stump the Hydra to death. Let's find out if that's a possibility. It is kind of going well. Stump, stump. Hey, I was able to stump the Hydra to death. Okay, that's something that we're gonna have to start doing for the Hydras. Do I have poison resistance? I do not, nor I have any sources of it. That could be an issue for fighting all of these bees, but then again I have 20 armor class and regen, so if we get poisoned we should be fine. Someone raid or something? No, no raids. Um, it's just the point at which we are right now with the stream. And it's only gonna be going up from here because I don't plan on stopping or like doing anything other than what I have already proven that works. Or what has been proven to me that works is probably the better way to word that. You looked up real life Kurisivora, they're cute. I don't know if I want to look up spiders on the internet. Yeah, I have issues with spiders. In fact, it might sound ridiculous to you, but when I played Tiles in the Tilesathon a couple of months ago, I had so many issues with spiders. They were definitely not like I was actually unsettled by the tiles of the spiders, and it's pretty funny because like I knew that they were on the screen and they were not able to hurt me, but like the depiction of them makes me uneasy. Are these custom tiles? No, they're not custom tiles. Oh, for the yeah, these are beehives. This is obviously a beehive. Pretty cute. Hmm. Tofoop. Tofoop. Did you change your name? Because you have BIP. Interesting. And you just followed. That seems unusual, but we're gonna take that. Mm, Obviously, I cannot open that. Not until I find an axe of flaming. Yep, I'll come back for that later. Hold on. I can kill the Hydra with stumping, but you inform me via... Ah, yeah, the foop. Okay, okay. You should change your name here to the other thing. Yeah, so I know. So I know because like the names always confuse me. Okay, I should be fine with 20 armor class. I unfortunately don't have any more mana for stomping because I am using guardian spirits. Okay, we should still be fine. There we go. We were fine. We didn't blow up. Not blowing up is very nice. We take those. Yeah, you should consider changing your name to the other name. I guess you can also choose not to do so, but I would appreciate it if you did change your name. I have issues with people having different names in Discord and on YouTube. In fact, there's some people like that in my Discord that have like a completely different name, and they jump in and discuss things in the Discord, and I'm like, I'm wondering who they are. Um, but I don't wanna like ask because if they don't have the same name in both platforms, it may be for a reason. Um, but yeah, doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a deal. Mm, Alrighty, this is going well. I'm not really like a speed runner on it or anything, and also I am playing significantly faster than I would normally play. I need some digging here. Fortunately, I have an extraordinary amount of charges of digging. Uh, that shaft could have been bad, but thanks to the gloves that I'm wearing, like they give me resistance to electricity, so those Raiju barely do anything. Without resistance to electricity, they can really hurt. Why am I training shields? When did that happen? Well, I better find a kite shield now. Yeah, I better find a kite shield sometime soon because I don't know why I was training that. That experience would have been better spent elsewhere. Oh man, I'm kind of getting dumpstered here. Hold on, I can grand finale the boulder beetle maybe. I can also just kill the boulder beetle with Uskoyo Pain Mirror. So well, pain sharing. It's not necessarily pain mirror. Yeah. Mm. There's no reason. You have to see how you can change your name on Discord. Mm. Yeah, you can do it easily. Mm. I have no idea how you do it, but I'm pretty sure you can do it easily on Discord. I've never had any need to change my nick on Discord. You can change it per server, or you can change it like for all of Discord. I have changed it per server, but I have never changed it on the entirety of Discord. By the way, this is the ending of Lair 6. So we're doing a bolt with a bunch of wolves and other thingies, H's. Righteous in Lair, is it new for 0.28 or some themed ending? It is a themed ending. That ending has a bunch of hellhounds and bears and Raiju. Yeah. Um, okay, it's fine. We get petrified. We then become unpetrified. Let's take a look at this. Cirque. I kind of want to carry that. I guess I'll drop this. I have a lot of unidentified things. I should probably read these 7 scrolls of identify that I have. We found Holy Word. Acquirement. Let's read that immediately. Ah, there we go. That's a real weapon. That's a Vorpal Brodax. A weapon worth putting Scrolls of Enchant Weapon on. So I'm gonna immediately acquire that. Drop this and drop this and drop not that. That is what I'm gonna be using. And now we have a real weapon that we can put Enchant Weapon on. Alright. Fantastic. That ring looks good too. It only appears good. It's not good in my opinion. It only appears good because it is a ring that has a bunch of text on it. And it's not necessarily bad text, but for practical purposes, it's just like +1 armor class, +1 evasion. Like that's what it is, the Ring of the Octopus King. So it offers you so little of so much that for practical purposes, it's like not wearing anything. Yeah. In fact, getting 1 of a stat is so negligible that it was changed in this version. Now, whenever you level up a stat from leveling up, you level up 2 of that stat instead of only 1. Okay. Ring of Placebo. It's a good ring, the Ring of the Octopus King. but it is only like slightly better than the ring of the protection or the resistance that it offers. Like if you wanna wear a ring of the resistance that it offers, it's just like a slightly better version of that. But it's not worth like acquiring. Definitely not. Especially when the alternative is a Brodax. Why is there a Dire Elephant in Layer 6? That thing hurts. Oh, I guess it's Layer 6. Yeah, I was asking why is that thing here, but it's Layer 6. Of course it's gonna be here. And wow, Stomp destroyed that Dire Elephant. That was crazy. Um, I think 18 is the minimum delay for the Brodax. If a Noctopoth, then maybe. Oh yeah. If a Noctopoth, then maybe. That is something that I agree with. Mm, experience level 15. We've been going so well at the game. Okay. I will. I have brand weapon. I could rebrand this and hope to get flaming or something. Oh, Venom is kind of lame. I don't wanna. Okay, I think I should just. Okay. Yeah, killing Hydras without using consumables when you're using an axe is so annoying. It is so annoying. I will never stop advocating for Hydras to just stop existing in this game. Never been a fan of them. Um, yeah, sure. I can train fighting very, very high. Fortunately, being a heal orc means that I have a bunch of extremely high aptitudes, so I can just train the little things that I am extremely good at and be very powerful, very fast into the game, very early into the game. Like minimum delay by layer 6 is not something that happens to a lot of characters. This ending has a fire dragon. It also has a swamp dragon that already poisoned me. I don't have poison resistance. Do I have? I don't have it. I don't have a potion of resistance, so we could be in trouble here. Fighting in a cloud of poison hurts a lot. I'm gonna re-teleport. Yeah, I have enough HP to survive being in a cloud of poison for a couple of turns, but it's gonna hurt a lot. In this version, and since like 0.27, from 0.27 onwards, poison destroys you so hard. Have you found any shields? I have a buckler that I left on the floor that I took off because I started with this buckler and then I switched to the battle axe and so I dropped it. But I was not expecting to find something better than the battle axe, and also one-handed. But now I can use that. Yeah, just to take advantage of the shields skill. Why was I even training that? I didn't even realize, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna put that to use eventually. So it's not like a huge loss or anything. Let's go to work. Volcano in Orc. I fortunately have 1 pip of fire resistance, so the volcano shouldn't be so terrifying. But it wouldn't be the first time that I go into a volcano and I see a bunch of things that are like not necessarily fiery. Another brand weapon. I could do that. I can also just read the one that I already have. Spectral. Spectral is pretty good. Deals a lot of damage. Ooh, Gadget Gallery. Is this new? I mean, it got removed. Did it get re-added? Or is it like an extremely rare shop? Regardless, we're probably gonna be getting this immediately. Gonna put this and this on the wish list for when I have more money. Hoping to find them, of course, before making any purchases, or especially purchases that expensive. I am better off just like waiting to try to get into the volcano. And I took the up shaft or the up hatch immediately because I want to try to go into this volcano. What is this room with just loot? Okay, I'm not gonna complain about it. It's free loot. Mm, okay, these orcs are all very weak. The ones that I have to worry about are the ones in the next level. Like, the sorcerers, high priests, those ones. Let's see. Oh, volcano. It's right here. Okay. Let's see. I should probably drop some things before going into the volcano. Drop this and this for now. And this. And positive energy can also go. Amnesia definitely needs to go. I'm not planning on casting any spells with this character. Brilliance, for the same reason, can also go. There we go. Alright, let's go here. I have flight, but I only have 1. And it's also not necessary for me to fly and kill those thingies. Yeah, so far this doesn't seem like the nastiest volcano there is, but I have gotten killed in this one. I think one of my first attempts at a cat died in maybe it was not this volcano, but yeah, this one is not a friendly volcano for obvious reasons. Yep, a fire dragon at this point in the game, kind of nasty. Fortunately, we have fire resistance. Without fire resistance, that was like immediately leave. Ooh, plate of fire resistance. I hope that it's highly enchanted, so I can replace my current plate for that one. Okay, just ignore the summons. Go straight to the summoner. It's only +2, so I would be losing 2 armor class. I would go to 18, but I would gain 2 pips of fire resistance. Or alternatively, I could take off my ring of fire resistance and put on cold resistance for better coverage, but less protection overall. I'm gonna continue using what I currently have. Another plate of fire. Oh no, it got replaced. It was in the slot of the scroll of identify. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Great Maze of Flaming. We are not going to be using that. Kind of not so high value Volcano, but it was easy and it also gave me something. It was a net positive just to go in here because I didn't have to use any consumables or anything. Apparently there were 2 plates of fire resistance, +2 of them, +2 the 2 of them. So it's fine. Let's go downstairs. I can kill you all, but I would rather not fight you because you have the might of the knight. However, they were only normal orcs, so it was fine. And yeah, normal orcs. Oh, hold on, that's not a normal orc. That's a sorcerer with a 43% chance to instantly kill me. So let's not be fighting that at that amount of HP and so far away from the stairs. Ice Blast? I can paralyze it, probably. 54% chance to paralyze it. It's not very reliable. Ice Blast, maybe? I'll do Ice Blast. Let's see what happens. Sorcerer is heavily wounded. Got closer to me. Let's try to go for the Lightning Rod. Fortunately, my character is so powerful that the Lightning Rod recharges before I feel the need to use it. Whenever you're in that point with most characters, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna tap the sorcerer. Yep. Fighting those, especially when you have a knight in line of sight, is so scary. And now there's 2 of them. Wow, did I just destroy that knight? I deal a lot of damage. Oh, never mind. It's because it was pain bonded, thanks to Uskoyo. So Uskoyo is a god that has it is a god that's almost entirely comprised of passive abilities, and one of those passive abilities makes it so that the damage that you inflict on monsters gets kind of copied on other monsters in a weird way that I don't know exactly how it works, but it does work, and it's pretty decent. Okay. Still not enough piety for Grand Finale, and yeah, this is not looking very good. I probably should tap down the Sorcerer. You don't have a polearm. You have a kite shield, so I would be very happy to instantly kill you with Grand Finale. But unfortunately, I don't have the tankiness to do this. You don't have a good Mace or polearm to deal with Hydras? I do not have that. Well, I guess I do have. There's probably a Darflail or something on the floor. No. I guess there's that Flail of Venom, Morningstar. Oh, there is a Darflail, sorry. I can definitely use that for Hydras. Okay, I'm gonna use my Blinking. Man, the game has been very generous with Blinking, and I've just been throwing them all away. Wow. Okay, that's a Mighty Warlord. We don't wanna be in the receiving end of a Mighty Warlord. That hurts a lot. Especially at this point in the game, and even more so with only 20, 11, 7 defenses. So I'm just gonna kite it around until it loses the might. Gonna cure it. Gonna cure it. It gets cured. Get over here before the cure wears off. Poke it, poke it, poke it, poke it. Kill it. Okay. And we found a plate of cold resistance, slightly better than the one that I was carrying, and good enough for me to want to downgrade when it comes to armor class, but gain the pip of cold resistance. Nice. And now I have cold resistance and fire resistance. Good stuff. Um, and also a kite shield, which I will proceed to wear immediately. Goodbye buckler, hello kite shield. I like what we have going right now. This feels like a very decent character. Oh, even we even got a Vorpal Darflail. Ah, unfortunately it's two-handed, so I won't be able to use it. I forgot. But yeah, Darflails are good until you find a good shield. And a kite shield is not necessarily the greatest of shields, but it is better than a Darflail. So after having killed the vast majority of that bolt, I think we're done with this. Or maybe it was just the beginning. Funny. Maybe that Warlord band didn't generate as part of the bolt, and it was just a normal band that generated an orc. Okay, the only thing that I am afraid of is an orc sorcerer. Yeah, and we just managed to. Well, never mind. It was just a normal orc. All right. Let's see what we got here. I could buy that Scroll of Torment to identify it. I don't care about the book. I don't care about those. Let's see what we got here. Come on, give me the other shops. Ooh, man, Randart played. Let's take a look at that. Gotcha, let's go. It's not very good, but it is decent nonetheless, because it's a plate of regen. So now I have almost 2 regen per turn. That's ridiculously good. And a Randar Flail, I could buy that, but I am more incentivized to buy the Shiny Kite Shield. It's protection. That's pretty good, you know. We ended up like not really losing anything other than money, and we are at 20 armor class with 2 regen per turn. I mean, losing the cold resistance doesn't really do a lot. I'll buy the flail. It's a pretty decent flail. Yeah, I'll use it against Hydras. Do I have swamp? I have shoals, so no more Hydras later on, unless I find some in the dungeon, which we're going back to. Okay. It's been less than an hour on this character. I'm not a fast player by any means, and I also lose a lot of time because I clear everything. But I feel like I'm playing significantly faster than how I normally play. You know, normally I just like stop and give a lot more commentary and insight, and like I try my best to make it into an educational experience for viewers. But this time I need to win fast. Don't banish me. Yeah, that thing has banishment. I'm pretty sure it has banishment. Wizard. Banishment 45%. This could be bad. I don't have a fireball. I have lightning rod. Yeah, I can use lightning rod. It is very hurt, so it will almost guarantee the kill. That got lucky. That is so scary. We don't want to mess with a wizard at this point in the game. In fact, that leads me to mention that it would be a fantastic thing for me to find a ring of willpower right now, or just overall a source of willpower would be a big find for my character. You're playing so fast because you want to get first win for the tournament. It is impossible for me at this point to get the first win. The tournament has been going for an hour and a half now, pretty much. So I would be very surprised if someone hadn't already gotten the first win. This is not going well. That wizard is so scary. Yeah, and there's another one of them. It also went invisible immediately, so I don't know what it is. And yeah, like I can just get banished, and if I get banished, it's pretty much like I'm dead. Does it see invisible? Oh, hold on. Wizardo. It doesn't. It doesn't see invisible. So I could go invisible and hope that it doesn't try to banish me. I could go invisible. I could also blink, but it's so expensive to blink. It's my last one. I'm not gonna use it like that. No category for earliest win this time, though. Seriously, no category for earliest win? That's nice. I didn't know about that. That's a very nice change. Okay, of course the wizard is right next to me. I'm trying to walk in that direction. It blinked away, I think. Okay, lightning bolt. I have resistance, so it's fine. It died. All right, there we go. Wizard is done. Wizards are so scary if you don't have willpower. In general, anything that can hex you is so scary if you don't have willpower. And if you have willpower, well, you're still gonna get hexed, but you're kinda like more justified because you're like, oh, I had willpower. Come on. Interface is so much better than for a NetHack. Yeah. You also have like things that you can do. This is pretty much the NetHack wiki, but bundled in the game. So like you have all the information. When it comes to crawl, you have all the information that you need to have in order to be able to win the game. It's one of the things that I like the most about this game. Um, Rank categories have been replaced with relative categories where points are awarded regarded relative to the best performance in that category. Tournament winner categories are removed. That's nice. That is definitely a very welcome change. I'm gonna put on the Ring of Poison Resistance, and I might have to do Spider. I don't want to do Spider so early in the game, but I might have to do it. Hold on. There was I didn't do D14 because I got shafted. We can do D14 then. Um, Let me go back to my Ring of Fire Resistance instead of Poison Resistance. Yeah, poison resistance is not that necessary when I have 2 regen per turn. It is so much regen. Like, it's gonna be pretty ridiculous. If I ever get into a fight where I get hit for like 50 damage in a single turn, you will be able to tell how ridiculous this is off of how fast I'm gonna be regening. Um, let's get like 21 invocations. Yep. Move away. Kill that. Rupert? No. That's Rupert and Agnes. Jeez. I remember that I left a condenser bane in a shop and a tin of tremor stones, both of which would be fantastic for this point. Also, getting shafted past that bolt with Rupert and Agnes was like so much better than actually stumbling onto it, getting immediately paralyzed and therefore murdered by Rupert. Yeah, 55% chance to paralyze and confuse. Rupert with no will, always fun. No will, no silence, no file of floods, no way to fight Rupert, just overall. I guess I can Phantom Mirror and hope for the best. By the way, why are there 2 boulder beetles ready to hit me? That's gonna hurt a lot. I should not be in this level. Like, just straight up, I should leave this level as soon as I can. I'm not gonna blink because it's super expensive to blink. I'm just gonna read a teleport and hope that it doesn't kill me, because there's always a possibility of landing next to Rupert when you read teleport. It has happened to me before. In fact, it has killed me on stream before. And well, yeah, I wanted to do that level, but Rupert said, no, you're not doing that level. Why were there so many humans? It's that bolt's entrance. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's that bolt's entrance that has. It's like Bolt 5, but instead of having bolt guards, it has humans. It's like a nod to Bolt 5. That's why there were so many humans. They were like, it's like human bolt guards in training, because bolt guards are humans after all. So far it's been going well. Finally we found a cloak, bit of extra armor class. D12. I'm done with that. Let's go do layer 5 or 4. Let's go for. Interesting. The only time you see humans is with pigs in the room. I don't think they normally generate. Yeah, they are a rare enemy because they do get placed sometimes, but very rarely. Pretty much only from bolts. There's other humans that get placed, of course, but like the base monster type human doesn't really get placed. Okay, Hydra. That's why I got this flail. So we're gonna swing at the Hydra, and the Hydra is gonna blow up. Okay. Hold on, let's do it again. Maybe let's not hit the Hydra with a Spectral Broadaxe, because it gives it double the heads. Is New Spider so bad? Yes. Yes, it is. I have not done ever New Spider as a first rune. Like, I actively go out of my way to do it as a second or even third rune. That's how much I respect New Spider. It is truly scary. By the way, I got the money to buy the Condenser Bane, which is gonna be a fantastic thing to have for New Spider. Yep, if you tap down an Hydra, you will give it a lot of hits if you're using a bladed weapon. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, there was this this Swamp Dragon and the Fire Dragon. Okay, we can kill them all now that I have Fire Resistance and Poison Resistance. Normally, one pip of Fire Resistance wouldn't be enough, but thanks to being a heal orc, I have a million HP. Um, Normally, my HP wouldn't look like this. But yeah, I don't fear you. Easy kills. Also, I am very disproportionately powerful for this point in the game, I think. Let's buy the Tin of Tremor Stones, actually. The Condenser Bane is more powerful, but the Tin of Tremor Stones has 2 charges. Give me this. I'll come back later for the Condenser Bane and the ones. Yeah, the ones are a thing that I want. Now, let's see. We want enchant weapon. I may have left some on the floor. I may be carrying some. Nope, neither of those things are true. Okay, Scroll of Silence, gonna be good for things in the future. And well, this is gonna be my first venture into New Spider. Hopefully I won't get dumpstered by it. Immediately we see a rat. Never mind. I thought that it was a rat roach, but it's a redback. Okay, we can deal with that very easily. It's not nearly as dangerous as a rat roach would be for my character. At least this place doesn't have anything that hits you with fire, so I can take off the fire resistance very safely. Tin of Tremor Stones got left on the floor. Oh man, thank you for reminding me. I bought it and I didn't realize that it was not automatically put in my inventory because my inventory is full. Ouch. My favorite eyeballs got hit by a torment from the Scroll of Torment, so let's go pick that up. Yeah, it is important for me to be carrying that. Also bought some potions of attraction. I need to drop some things. I can drop that. I can drop Brilliance can definitely go away and never be picked up. Yep, Brilliance is completely useless to this character. I could drop 3 potions as well, but nah, I'm fine. Potions of 3 are very good. What's in the background of the eyeballs message? What's the background for the eyeballs message? It's a comic that Star Polemic posted on here, like when I was playing Cat a couple of weeks ago. And the comic said like the cat attacked the cat used dazzling spray on a priest, and the priest said my favorite eyeballs. So I decided to add it to my RC file instead of now that's a lot of damage. Now I have my favorite eyeballs because it was so funny. Unfortunately, I have become somewhat desensitized to the message, but I still find it funny. It's just not as hilarious as it used to be when I first read it. Let's see what we got here. It's trash because it's a rove. If that was not a rove, if it was like plate, it would be so much better. Ouch. Okay, we're fine. Yorogumo have the same ability to paralyze you that Hornet does, but Yorogumo are more dangerous. There's so many of them. They are dangerous if they are accompanied by something. If they're alone, they're not so bad. Still perfectly capable of killing you if you're not highly resistant like this character is. Okay, Spider 1 Ghost Moth. It's kinda dumpstering me. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Love Jorogumo tile, pure nightmare fuel, and that's why I don't play tiles. Console reasons. Fortunately, I did find out early in my streaming career a way to make it so that people who watch can watch tiles while I play console. If it had not been like that, I think I would still be stuck at like 3 viewers. Because the vast majority of the people who play this nowadays are Tiles players, but I cannot play Tiles. Wow, another Yorogumo? That's the 3rd one. They're not supposed to be particularly common enemies. Also, this level generation in Spider, very benevolent. Normally it's just like a normal level and you're going downstairs into seeing 17 spiders. Kinda like this. Yeah, we do not want to go down there. In fact, I might just skip the rest of Spider. Okay, Ghost Moth. Ghost Moth is not that dangerous to a melee character, but to a mage, Ghost Moths are like a nightmare fuel. I wonder if rat roaches were introduced precisely to make it so that that's a rat roach. Rat roaches may be the Ghost Moth for melee characters because they don't really prevent you from attacking, but Irradiate gives you malmutations and it hurts a lot. You miss seeing the minimap, but it's fun to see the ASCII too. I um I don't know where else I could put it, to be completely honest. Like the console, and it's not even the entirety of the console because I get to see like what you see in Taos, pretty much, but in console. Um, okay, Uskoyo doing wonders. I got spanked really hard. I am at 111 HP. Something hurt me very fast there. Or maybe no, it's that I was not well rested, probably. Something hit me for 29. Okay, let's go upstairs because I have the option to do that. Yeah, go upstairs, rest to full HP, go downstairs, immediately get confused by a Tarantula, past my 22 armor class. To be fair, it's not a lot of armor class. I cannot believe that I've been seriously using these -5 globes, and they've been okay. I think the lack of defense that they provide me with the -5 is definitely compensated for by the fact that I have two different sources of regen. Yeah, stacking regen is so powerful. Okay, going well. Convenient paralysis from Uskoyo. And it's gonna get even more powerful. It's already at 18 invocations. My title is the Impassioned. Uskoyo invocations titles are so good. I think at 27 I get Rhythm of Life and Death. Also, I don't think I've ever cast Grand Finale. I should probably do that sometime soon. Oh, I got hurt a lot by something. Is this? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Gonna drink a heal wounds, just a safety heal wounds for good luck, because it at this point in the game doesn't really do a lot. It is so good early on, but the more the game progresses, the less good it gets until the point where it pretty much doesn't do anything. Um, we're not at that point yet, but we will be at that point. Spark Wasps, they have a terrible matchup against Tin of Tremorstones, and also I have resistance to electricity, so they're not that dangerous. If there was any reason for me to take off my globes, well, it's just better for me to keep them on because of the resistance to electricity. Big thing to have. Do tiles make it difficult for you? They do, but I'm not playing tiles right now. I'm playing console. What I'm doing is I am expectating a console window while you're watching tiles, but the tiles that you're watching are an spectator window that's expectating my console game. That's how I do it. Also, I don't have poison resistance, and Arachne just hit me for 50 damage, pretty much 1/3 of my maximum HP. Fortunately, I think it's not gonna happen again, so I think I can just teleport away, regen to full HP, put on my poison resistance, and then fight Arachne again. That's fine. Gonna drink a Keyring. I have 9 of them. That's fine. Okay, teleport any second now. Sometimes it takes forever for you to teleport. So you need to plan or you need to plan like many turns in advance to not die when you're teleporting. It's a very important thing. Okay, Arachne gets hit by Tin of Tremorstones. Very good against Arachne because she doesn't have a lot of HP. Or rather, no, that's not true. She has a ton of HP, but she doesn't have a ton of armor class. And so we kill her very easily because she didn't have any support. But Arachne plus like a couple of spiders can get super nasty. Oh, that's a Sun Moth. That's not necessarily. Well, it is new to this version, but it's not new to me. It has Energy Bolt, 3 dice of 20, Sticky Flame range. It's for 30, has a Halo, so it reveals invisible monsters. Very nasty enemy. Not necessarily hard to kill, but everything in this place becomes exponentially nastier when you're fighting like more than one monster at the same time. You see how that band of 4 spiders like dropped me super low on HP? That was because they were fighting together instead of me one versus oneing them. But in this place, it's so difficult to one versus one monsters. Mm. My damage output has been making it very easy for me to kill things before they get out of control, and I am very grateful for that. Let's see, we found another identify. Let's see if I have anything that I want to identify. I do. Potion of Resistance. Okay. I like that. What do you do? Huh, no spells or anything, only fire resistance. Mm. These are among my least favorite enemies, the jumping spiders. They can hit you to ensnare you, and then you lose like your shield and a lot of your evasion. They also just jump around like crazy. I'm glad that there's less of them now. In that sense, I am glad that they got replaced by more dangerous enemies. Are you toasted, or was the sun moth previously named Butterfly Demon? You're toasted. Butterfly Demons are from Reef Wizard, so different game, but similar enemies, kind of. Mm, okay, another sun moth. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies that are like that were introduced that are like kind of high level enemies. So it's kind of surprising that I already saw so many broth mothers, so many sun moths, so many pharaoh ants are already, or rather, they are also high level. Um, Strain more evocations to like 15, and after that, I think I'm gonna be training to 18 armor. Ouch. Minus 16 corrosion. Ow, don't do that. Yeah, don't kill me. Are you faster than I am? You're not, but there's always a possibility of you getting a free turn. Yep, Entropy Weaver simulacrums are like the nastiest things that exists because they look visually to the player they look like whatever, but they are actually extremely threatening. I think it maybe should be changed so that they don't look so whatever. Okay. The Entropy Weaver Simulacrum. Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't just explode. I had enough HP to not die from taking 56 damage in a single turn. The key for those is having cold resistance, which I do not quite have, but I can put it on. In fact, it probably is better to have that than to have fire resistance for this place. Cancellation. I could cancel the corrosion. Yeah. Is it worth it? I only have 2 of them. It's probably worth it because I'm swinging with a minus 10 Brodax. I could Holy Word the Entropy Weaver Simulacrum. The Pharaoh Ant is also undead, so it would also die if I Holy Word. I'll do that. Good stuff. Wolf Spiders, Soulbound. Didn't I drink Cancellation? I didn't. What did I do last? I drank Resistance. Oh my. Well, that's a shame. I'll guess I'll just have resistance. Hopefully I should be fine. Yeah, I'm very powerful. Also I have resistance now, so the Wolf Spider Simulacrum doesn't scare me as much as the Entropy Weaver Simulacrum did. And now we're gonna put on Cold Resistance. Good wake-up call for the tournament. I'm glad that it happened today instead of while later in the tournament. Now I know that for this place it might be a good idea to go in with cold resistance to avoid the ever looming threat of the Entropy Weaver Simulacrum. Um, so final level of the spider's nest. Ghost mods should malmutate instead of steal stats. There's already a spider that malmutates. I know that you're joking, but there's already a new monster that malmutates you in spider. I already fought it. It's a rat roach. In fact, I can just do this right now. Monster, rat roach. Yep, it has irradiate, so it doesn't directly malmutate you, but irradiate, like if you get affected by that twice or thrice, it gives you enough contamination for you to start exploding in malmutations, which is very bad. Of course, you definitely don't want to be in the receiving end of that. Does it build contamination quickly? It does. Yes. If you, as a player, cast Irradiate, it also contaminates you. But Monster Irradiate deals a ton of damage to you and also contaminates you. So, like when you are casting it, it doesn't deal damage to you. Mm, I like it as a monster spell. Like it's an interesting monster spell. Makes you think twice about how you want to approach the fight. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna need to. Mm, this is kind of looking like the entrance bolt to the rune, and it's not looking very good. Do I have immolation? I have immolation. I don't have fire resistance anymore. Boulder Beetle. Hold on. I can do something funny. I can do good old Grand Finale Entropy Weaver, but it has its soul bound, so it means that whenever it dies, it's gonna revive as a simulacrum. And then I have a very real possibility of getting dumpstered by Boulder Beetle Simulacrum or by an Entropy Weaver Simulacrum. Okay, corroded. The Boulder Beetle bites you times 2 because I'm slow from these torpor snails. Very nasty. Got hit for 62 in a single turn, but I saw it coming, so it didn't really catch me blindsided this time around. I can fear them probably. In fact, probably fear would have been better. The vast majority of these dudes have like no willpower. Ouch. Typoed into walking forward. I wanted to continue inspecting monsters. Yeah, teleporting here is gonna be a mistake. There's a non-zero chance that I land in an even worse position here. Mm, okay, never mind. Fortunately, I didn't get punished by my mistake, but yeah, in general, just taking that fight was not the correct thing to do. Also, that vault doesn't look particularly old. It doesn't look like something that I have seen before, so it's probably a new vault to accompany the new monsters that got placed in this part of the game. Yeah, it's not really that much of a rework of Spider, it's just new monsters being added to Spider. The bolt is still as nasty as it's always been. Come on. Torpor Snails plus monsters in general is so bad. Mm, it makes me wonder why they are not more abundant in this game, the Torpor Snails. I just picked up another Amulet of Mana Regen? No. Oh, and never mind. It's not another Amulet of Mana Regen. It's the first one that I have obtained. But I also do not care about it because I'm not really using my mana for... Like, I'm not exhausting my mana every fight. And if you're not doing that, you probably don't care about Mana Regen. What I do want, however, is a normal Amulet of Regen to go alongside my other sources of Regen. Maybe I could even replace one of my sources of regen with an Amulet of Mana regen and go to wearing like a better item in that slot that doesn't offer me regen. It's a shame that my artifacts are so lowly enchanted. Like the +1 plate and the -5 pair of gloves. Like the gloves could be +0 and they would be with me for the rest of the game. But the fact that they are -5 means that I will eventually want to take them off once I don't need the regen or the resistances provided to me by the globe. By the globes so soon, eventually. If only they were not -5. If only. Still pretty good to use, like surprisingly. I think it might be the first time that I've used a -5 item for so long. Generally, I look at them and I mock them and I'm like, how in the world is anyone supposed to wear this? But not this time. So Arachne, I think, has a chance to generate in this bolt. No, it's not this bolt. The one that I'm thinking of is the one that has a huge door on both sides. Hat of Stealth. I have a +1 helmet, so we can drop that. We have a Scarf of Harm. We can also drop that. That is extremely dangerous. That's the rune. Let me pick that up. Yeah, that's the kind of the whole point of going in here, getting that rune. Scarf of Shadows. It might be better than the cloak. It loses me 2 armor class. Never mind. Yeah, it's an interesting item, but it's very low impact in my opinion. You've never seen anyone wear a -5 anything before. Isn't Arachne already dead? It is already dead. Arachne died. Okay, with that out of the way, we can go to bolts now. Oh, never mind. I completely forgot about this. The entrance to bolts is like right here, so I would have to deal with Rupert. Still don't have willpower. Rupert still has a 1 in 2 chance to paralyze me. We definitely do not want to deal with that. Agnes has a large tank of venom. The humans are negligible. They're pretty much meat shields. They hit for 10. Who cares about that? They don't even have weapons. Agnes is a threat, however, and for Agnes we have Lightning Rod because Lightning Rod ignores evasion, so we can just do this to the pesky Spriggan. Agnes gets paralyzed thanks to Uskoya, and we just poke her to kill her very easily. Nice. Now, unfortunately, I still have to deal with Rupert. Man, this is not gonna go well. If I read Silence, I don't think Rupert can do anything anymore. Hold on. What's the key combination for this? This is the key combination. Ruperto. 50% chance to paralyze, affected by silence, not anti-magic, but affected by silence. Rupert can berserk even while silenced. That's so disgusting. That shouldn't be the case. I guess I can also berserk while silenced by using a potion of Cirque, but Rupert can do so indefinitely. Anyway, in order to engage with Rupert, we're gonna read a scroll of silence. Yes, go downstairs. Go upstairs. Man, that's not nice. Rupert is all the way over there. Oh, maybe I can grand finale Rupert. Yeah, I can just fight and wait for Rupert to get over here. And then grand finale. Ooh, paralysis. Let's go. Paralysis. Oh, I am silenced. How am I going to grand finale if I'm silenced? And then, of course, Rupert hits me really, really, really hard because that's what Rupert does. Gonna circ. Gonna circ. Yeah, if you're circing, I can also circ. And okay, at least like Rupert is so disproportionately dangerous if you don't have willpower. This character is very powerful, and it's still like that didn't go well. Mm, okay, Uruk, what do you have today? Nothing for me, other than maybe the jabs, but I'm not gonna use them. Hold on, now that I'm done with Rupert, I can just clear this level. Ghouls are very nasty, actually. This is not the kind of level that a Venom Mage would be able to do easily, disregarding Rupert, because a Venom Mage actually has an easy time killing Rupert between Poisonous Vapors and Meth, and, well, Meth is not that good, but still can affect Rupert, and Ignite Poison, if you have it, would kill Rupert very safely and very easily, but, man, this is not looking very good. Um, but the level was comprised almost entirely of undeath monsters. Okay, there we go. If it's Titanic, it means that we should not even attempt to fight it. Yeah, because it hurts a lot. Like, this one is very large, and it's look at how much damage it dealt to me. Fortunately, I have so much regen that I can just like pillar dance these guys and regen to a safe amount of HP. But unfortunately, there's no amount of pillar dancing that would allow me to fight a Titanic slime creature that hits for up to 110 damage in a single attack. Those are some ridiculous enemies, but they have a lot of ways to. There's a lot of counterplay that you can apply to them. You can hex them, you can just wait for them to split off, you can leave. They are not particularly fast, so you can definitely leave. Convoker convoked Isul and a couple of Thunderhawks. I can't believe they still deal 3 dice of 26. I'm glad that I have resistance to electricity because if I didn't, man, almighty very large slime creature. Yeah, how about we don't fight the monster that can hit me for 100 damage in a single turn? How about we don't fight that? Not a lot of willpower. We might be able to fear it. We do. Okay. We fear everything except for Isul. I'm gonna walk away from that in case the cleaving hits it accidentally and snaps it out of the fear, because that was the main thing that I wanted to fear. Okay, we get rid of Isul. I am not at full HP. Might as well go downstairs. Does my luck. We land in a safe spot so I can heal to full HP, come back up, and fight. If I had not landed in a safe spot, I think I would have been still able to continue fighting with not that much of an issue. Mm. This is going well, I think. Yeah, maybe we're getting to the point where I am incentivized to take off the gloves. And maybe also the plate. It sucks because I'm gonna lose a lot. I'm gonna lose all my region, but I kind of want to lose the plate in favor of. There's a scale mail with relic. Yeah, that one. That I want to wear, and of course lose the globes to lose a bunch of negative armor class. I think I might have to do that because only 22 armor class. Like I'm getting hit so hard. Hmm. Okay, let's go back for those globes, and let's also go back for the scale mail. And let's see how my armor class looks after doing that. It's probably gonna look not so terrible. Yeah, I already went up to 28, but it's gonna go down a bit when I switch to the scale mail, because of course the scale mail is not nearly as good as plate. 25, 9, 12 without regen. It's not good. It's a slight gain in stats, but losing the two stacks of or the two sources of regen might hurt me. Um, there was a ghost bolt, I think. Yeah, on D4. There was also one in Layer 3. I could do the two of them. Go D4. I got shafted? No, I went past this level for a reason. Oh, blinking, nice. We're gonna be buying that for sure.
My
Mm,
wife still doesn't believe in me.
Folkstorm, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Mm, this is going well. We encountered the one and Dubesa on D5, and of course at this point the one and Dubesa barely do anything. This is like super early in the game, but I don't even remember why I dived past this. I have no idea why I dived past this. Did I get shafted or something? Maybe I did and I didn't realize. Okay. Oh, this level has Psyche. I can kill her. Hold on. What is here? That looks interesting. Oh, it's deep water. I would have to fly over it. I have 5 flying. Okay, just sate my curiosity. 12 gold. Ah, ring. Interesting. Give me that. Ring of fire. We're gonna leave that alone. Fortunately, in this game, you don't instantly die if you're flying worse off while you're flying over deep water. But it is still a pretty bad thing that you don't want to be in the receiving end of, because it drains you every turn that you're forced to fly while not having the ability to fly. Mm, Anyway, the loot that we got from there was kind of trash, other than the gold. Like, I don't think I care about the gold. We can leave that alone. If I need it for some reason, I guess I can always come back to for it. But right now, I don't have to pick it up. Also, the flying is about to wear off, so I don't have enough time to pick it up. Yep. Let's go do bolts again. Oh, there was another ghost bolt. Hold on. It was on Layer 3. Go Layer 3. Right here. So there's Hydras and a low level ghost. Doesn't really hit that hard. It will teleport me most likely. I can tap down the Hydras with the flail. I can also stomp a bit to deal a lot of damage to the Hydras. Now that there's no more Hydras, we can switch back to my real weapon and tap down and get a potion of might and attraction and some gold for it. It's okay because yet again we didn't really spend any consumables, so it's just a net gain. All right, I guess we're gonna have to continue to do the game like this. If those clothes were not -5, man. In case you don't know, artifacts in this game are set. Like there's like one or two artifacts that can be changed, but like the randomly generated artifacts, like those ones, they are set in stone. It's impossible to change them. Um, Apart from Ashensari, I guess, but Ashensari doesn't change their enchantment. Ashensari only gives some extra properties to those items. Let's go do bolts. I don't like doing shows, especially not as a melee character. In fact, it's so bad that I might dive past shows, as I said that I was gonna do on a spider, and I ended up not doing, because the spider, after all, it wasn't so terrible. What is terrible, however, is a wizard. It doesn't seem visible. I could drink invisibility. I'll do that. Hopefully, it won't banish me because it can still try to banish in a tile that it thinks that you are. So invisibility is definitely not like a guarantee that you're gonna win a fight against an enemy that doesn't seem visible. Just makes it much more likely. Mm. Okay, Uskoyo is carrying me. The power of Uskoyo compels you all. Look at this. I'm fighting pretty much the entirety of the level because I'm marked. And when you're marked, every monster in the level that is awoken comes towards you and tries to fight you. But the power of Uskoyo really saved the day here. Yeah, I guess it also helps that I'm already very powerful. Um, enchant weapon. Okay. Oh, it's important to check it from time to time because I don't have it on auto pickup. I guess I can turn that on. Um, enchant weapon. Let's turn that on. Yeah, I don't have it on auto pickup because it usually takes me a while to find the weapon that I actually want to enchant. But this time we found such a weapon very early into the game, which greatly increases the power of my character. Ooh, Annihilator, nasty. I'm fighting the entire branch, feels good. Yeah, okay, you killed the deep elf Annihilator. Nice. Those guys are super nasty. Just as fighting Yogg-Tor captains at the edge of line of sight with 9 evasion. Well, funnily enough, I say 9 evasion, but in reality, what happens is that you can have 9 evasion or you can have 50 evasion. I think those guys will still hit you regardless. Um, so in general, just fighting those is like not very nice. Okay, +7 Spectral Brodax. I would maybe be interested in rebranding it a bit further. Like if we get Vamp, we are just set for the rest of the game. Okay, these are some nice globes to have, better than the ones that I have equipped because they give me a bit of dexterity, which gives me a bit of shield and also a bit of extra armor class. So now we are at 28 armor class. Um, Probably shouldn't have fought the Frostheart hugging a wall. Those guys have an ability that hurts you a lot if you're next to a wall, and it also makes it so that you cannot really run away. Um, in general, they are nasty, nasty foes. Ooh, Lich. Lich. Let's see, what do you do? Slow 53%. Well, I mean, I wish I had willpower. I think this character's mantra has been, I wish I had willpower. Hmm. The Lich is invisible. It's right here. Stomp. I could also line pass to position myself in a way that the Lich cannot hex me. Oh, I cannot line pass because I cannot see the invisible Lich. Well, fortunately, it doesn't have that much HP, or rather, I deal obscene amounts of damage in melee, so it's an easy kill. The strength plus the fact that I am using a highly enchanted spectral brodax, like all of that synergizes and makes it so that I can kill the leech with relative ease. Close the door, wait for that guy to get over here. Uskoyo, the power of Uskoyo compels you. Yep, getting marked in bolts feels so scary. It is scary in general. Um, for the vast majority of characters, if you get marked, it's like leave the level. Because if you don't leave the level, you are going to die in a rather horrifying fashion. But this character was able to survive getting marked. Also, I was trying to escape, but I kind of got trapped in the way out. That's something that tends to happen a lot when you get marked. Okay, there are elephants. This time I can actually fight them. They're not so scary at this point in the game anymore. Yep, I have the damage output to be able to kill them. They have a lot of HP. I have enough gold to buy Condenser Bane. I could keep going and try to find it, or I could just buy it. I'm gonna buy it because it might be something that I want to use in fights in bolts, so I think it's worth it. I need to drop something in my inventory to be able to use that, and so I'm gonna drop these 2 things. Mm. Okay, let's go back to bolts. You play with Nuj Redremnul, you cannot run away. Oh yeah, Nuj Redremnul. I tried it, and let me tell you that I think it's like a severe nerf to Null. Old one was way better than this one. Way better, way stronger too, at all stages of the game. With the old one, you didn't really need to train invocations for it to be good. It was just good by default. With the new one, you need to train invocations and it will never be as strong as the old one. Apart from Drain Life, that is pretty much untouched, and it was a fantastic ability. I remember this one instance of me having Drain Life or being fighting in Slime and being at like 100 HP with a maximum of 220 or something. And I was like, oh, this is not looking very good. And then I remember that I was with Null and I just used Drain Life and I went from that amount of HP to full in a single turn. It was so good. Um, Vegans and activists. So two ghosts. Kind of nasty. One of which has a vampiric weapon. The ghosts are guarding a scroll blinking, which I am definitely interested in. I'll come back for you later when I clear the level, in case I want to teleport or I feel the need to teleport. Convoker convokes a wizard. We got lucky that we didn't get dumpstered from that. Probably shouldn't fight in that position because I was getting destroyed by this Frostheart. Talking about monsters that I should recolor, Frosthearts are also another monster that I need to change how it looks because it looks exactly like a Bolt Sentinel and it's very different from a Bolt Sentinel. Okay, the Convoker is convoking again. I don't know if we can sustain fighting another Convoker, so we can finally grand finale for the first time. That's Uskoyo's top ability, and it allows me to telefrag something. So I get placed to where the monster was, and the monster explodes violently, and the chunks of the monster might hit other monsters. Doesn't happen this time around, but it's fine. And then we win the fight. But if that guy had finished convoking, we may not have won the fight. Man, I need File of Floods. The game really is not wanting to give me File of Floods. Hopefully you won't banish me. Yep. It doesn't feel good to have to hope for the monster to not banish me. Okay. I'm not liking this. Low HP next to a Frost Giant. Let's use a Scroll of Ogu to make it walk towards me instead of having it shoot me like 17 times before it reaches me. I can drink Ambrosia as well to give myself a bit of HP. That's gonna be it. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I can wait probably one more turn. There we go. I wait one more turn, and the Ambrosia wears off on its own. Now I have a much more respectable amount of HP to fight this guy with. Still not going very well. Alright, yeah, it dealt like 40 damage, pretty much. So it's a very good thing that I ended up drinking Ambrosia, because without Ambrosia, I may have died in that fight. Yep, the trouble with no regen, you cannot go for long fights with no regen unless you're dealing like actually ridiculous amounts of damage and things are barely able to hurt you. And generally, melee characters are not like that. Mages are much more likely to be in that position. Yeah, like with the ability to just kill things 2 turns after they enter the screen. Come on, immediate convoking? Well, I guess it's fine because if it had started convoking after I was already like going towards it, it would have been worse. Just like this. But fortunately, my melee damage is good. Like when it comes to single targets, I do kill them very fast. But it's fighting against bands that I have issues with. Oh, I am marked again, Frederick. Oh man, at least you don't have any hexes. You do have an Evening Star that I may be interested in picking up, but I should teleport right now because this is looking like a fight that can kill me really fast if it gets out of control. I can telefrag Frederick before leaving. You blow off Frederick. Yep. Alrighty. Good stuff. I should probably get a bit of dodging, like 10 or so. It's not that expensive to get, and it doesn't do a lot, but like I wouldn't get it if it was not cheap to get. Hold on, I got shafted, but then I immediately found upstairs, so I might as well go back to the level that I got shafted on. I can't believe that I haven't gotten banished. Like, I've gone through the entirety of the game without finding a single source of willpower and I haven't gotten banished. That's crazy. I am starting to get at the point where if I get banished, like, I would legit think that I'm okay. Does killing an abyss still spawn an exit? It does. So it's not as terrible as it could be, but it's still not worth it to fight in the abyss just because it doesn't give experience. You're likely to be in a very bad spot if you start fighting in the abyss, especially with no regen. How much did you progress in this run so far? Okay, in order to win at crawl, you need to get 3 runes of salt. At least there's 15. You can get 15 in any given run, but right now I only have one. I need 3 to enter the Realm of Sot, and the Realm of Sot is where the Orb of Sot is, which is the crawl equivalent to the Amulet of Yendor. So after I do that, I can get that and get out of the dungeon. I would say that I am around 40-ish% through the game. Shtagwa could be an issue. 3 dice of 40 is kind of painful. Does Grand Finale always one-shot enemies? It does 100% of the time one-shot any enemy regardless of HP. It is like Absolute Zero. It is exactly like Absolute Zero. Balanced by the fact that, well, it is the capstone ability of a god, and you cannot really reliably use it. You need to go for a very long fight because of the way Euskayo Piety works. It's like a meter that gets full the more you fight. Kind of like a super meter in a fighting game, if you think about it. Mm. Another bolt with more ghosts. Oh wait, this bolt had a warden that got convoked by by a convoker. Convenient. Yeah, it is. It is very powerful. But it's perfectly fine that it's very powerful because also whenever you use it, you lose all your piety. You go back to 1 pip of piety, only for it to recharge again. So yeah, it is a very powerful ability. It is also not the cheapest thing to use. I have 21 invocations, and you need to get a lot of invocations and a lot of piety to be able to use that. Because you might get to 5 pips of piety, and you will have access to Grand Finale. Like the ability will appear here, but it will say that it's like 99% chance to fail. The Convoker stole a guy from this vault. Yeah, that was convenient. Okay, take a look. Let's take a look at this. Oh man, it's not a nice ghost to fight against. Maybe with might. Yeah, and the issue is that there's gonna be 2 of them, and this one apparently is more scary. It is. It is. It has the same amount of defense. Like the defenses of these ghosts are crazy good. The 2 of them. Jeez. I probably shouldn't fight them. I want that scroll of linking, but like how likely am I to have to use a scroll of blinking in order to get that one? Nah, I'll leave that alone. Come back later when I find another scroll of Holy Word. Holy Word is gonna be very good for dealing with those guys. Okay, hopefully this wizard won't banish me. Every wizard is like, I hope that I don't get dumpstered. Amulet of Faith. Interesting find, because that makes it so that I can Grand Finale faster. With Uskoyo, maybe Amulet of Fate might be a good thing. Yeah, I'll get rid of Guardian Spirit. Guardian Spirit was a good thing to have. Gave me 34 HP because it turns your magic into HP. But I am using my magic, only a teeny tiny bit, but I'm using it nonetheless. So I might be better off just like not using that. Oh no. Oh no. That's a 1 in 3 chance to get paralyzed. And if I get paralyzed, it's even worse than getting banished because at least when I'm banished, like I have a chance to survive. If I get if I get paralyzed in front of all of these guys wall marked with a Convoker and Line of Sight, no, it's like game over. Fortunately, I have a scroll of summoning. I have 4 of them actually, so I can just read it and run for my life. Yeah, because we cannot deal with that. I got some nice summons out of these double crystal guardians. Those are so dangerous. So I'm very glad to. Oh man, the crystal guardian just destroyed the vampire mage or the vampire knight. I find it funny that the vampire knights are more scary spellcasters than the vampire mages are. The vampire mages are also the only mages that don't, the only vampires that don't have a hex. Vampire Knights and normal vampires have hexes, but vampire mages don't. Who knows why that is? Um, okay, I can't believe that scroll of summoning helped me so much. It was, I would even go as far as to say crucial for my survival here. Oh no, not again. Um, Fortunately, this convoker doesn't convoke a vampire knight. If it had been the case, it would have been so scary yet again. Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. It's funny, but I think those simulacra are less scary than Entropy Weaver simulacrum. Yeah, it's difficult for any simulacra to be as powerful as one that hits 4 times. Because the true danger of the simulacras comes from the amount of attacks that it has per turn. And Entropy Weavers have 4 attacks per turn. They also are faster than you base, so the revived Entropy Weaver Simulacrum are not as fast as you are. Well, they are as fast as you are, but they're not faster than you. So you cannot outrun them, but they cannot just like get free hits on you while you run for your life. And the normal simulacrum, like the speed 10 simulacrum, they are slower than you, so you can actually just outrun them with no issues. I'll buy these. Golden Dragon simulacrums are the best. Would you believe me if I told you that I have never been in a situation where one of those has been scary to me? Never. Like, I've been playing for 11 years and not even once. I've been like, oh man, I don't want to fight that because that will kill me. Don't banish me, don't banish me, don't banish me. Oh, fortunately, like Uskoyo is doing wonders at keeping me alive while fighting these wizards. Like, oh no. Well, jeez, 45% chance to paralyze. Nope, 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 nope. We don't want to have anything to do with that. Fortunately, Tin of Tremorstone does the trick. Also, time to get some experience for Grand Finale. Are there any convokers here? No convokers. We're fine. Gonna fight for as long as I can, and then I'm gonna Grand Finale this guy so it doesn't. I revealed a bunch of things. Not very good. Mm, yeah, that's looking not so good. I have attraction. Let's use attraction. Attraction will make it so that they cannot shoot me, and they deal significantly more damage if they're shooting at me. Doesn't mean that they don't deal any damage if they're next to me, but that went from me being like about to die in like actually one turn to me being able to win that fight. Attraction is so powerful, but it's not something that you want to use with every character. A mage that accidentally drinks attraction would just die. Like similarly for a cat, like if you drink attraction as a cat, you would also just die. Is that a condenser bane? Man, I could have saved those 600 gold had I just waited for a couple of turns. Or for a couple of levels to get it. It's even worse because I don't think I've ever used it. I knew that I had to wait, but I didn't want to. And it finally arrived. Finally we got willpower. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Ring of Fire Resistance. Let me take it off because I'm not gonna drop it, but yeah, finally we got the willpower. Um, I am going to drop the flail. At this point, I am not afraid of Hydras anymore. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so the wizard went from being extremely terrifying to not so terrifying. 8% chance to vanish. Yeah. Finally, my first source of willpower at experience level almost 21. Um, in case you don't know, all players gain some amount of willpower per level up, depending on their species. Orcs get 3 willpower per level up. They are the lowest gainers of willpower per level up. Um, if I was an ogre, for example, ogres get 4, mummies get 5, cats get 6, spriggans get 7. Spriggans can get away with not using willpower items later in the game. They are ridiculous. Like, spriggans have no business being better than cats. Um, they're only slightly better, but they're certainly better than cats. Convoker is convoking. Let's Grand Finale to prevent that from happening. Yeah, I didn't really give Grand Finale a lot of use earlier in the game, but now it's been getting pretty good. I have a tower shield on the floor. I should probably use that. Yeah, hold on. Let's go buy. Let's go pick that up. I was gonna say buy that, but no. Fortunately, there's no need for me to buy that. Okay. Things are got hella paralyzed from Uskoyo. Uskoyo wins you some fights that you have no business winning. It's such a powerful goth. Let me get rid of this cloak. Okay, we found an upgrade. Let me go pick up the tower shield. It's gonna mess with my melee, but only a bit, and I think I was gonna say the protection increase will compensate, but I forgot that my current kite shield has protection brand, which gives me 3 armor class. I will compare them. I will compare them before making a decision. Unfortunately, my inventory is too full. I don't want to drop the Wand of Flame because it's gonna be important in shows. I guess I can drop enchant armor, maybe? I can drop enchant armor. I'll come back for it later when I have an armor worth enchanting. Most likely much later in the game once I find gold scales. 27, 13, 18 versus 30, 14, 13. I think I like the big number better. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, goodbye, Kite Shield of Protection. You were useful. Oh, hold on, I don't want to go there. Let's go to Bolt 4. And this is the final level of the bolts that I'm gonna do right now because Bolt 5 is a significant increase in danger and difficulty. Wouldn't it be pretty funny that now that I have willpower, I get banished? That could be a very real thing that happens. Hopefully it won't happen, but you know, it's you never know with willpower. Single percent chances to happen. It's like the monsters are like, oh, look at that! Now it can finally happen, and so it happens. Doesn't happen every time, but it does tend to happen. Or it might be just that. You remember it happening because it's so unlikely for it to happen. It's so crippling when it does happen that you cannot help but to like make a mental note of it. Gonna buy the cancellation. This is like your sixth blink scroll this ROM found. I used two already. I have four, and I have one in I have one in a bolt, so probably like seventh. I think this run has been plentiful when it comes to blinking. Um, okay, so I can do elf. No, no, no. We probably shouldn't do elf. Sounds like kind of dangerous. Let's see. Sorcerer, because the elf sorcerers are the ones that have the highest chance to banish me. 11%. I can do it. I can do it. It's only a matter of replacing my cold resistance with fire resistance, because fire resistance is more important than that. I have willpower, I have good damage output, I have resistance to electricity and fire resistance. I can do elf. I think I can do elf. And elf will have some nice loot for me. Your recent demigod caster cast 60 teleport scrolls by the end. That was crazy. The one that I put on YouTube, like the most powerful character that I have ever had in this game, I believe it. That character was crazy. I also did a cigarette, like it was nothing. Who would have guessed that the Row of Folly would be that good? Certainly not me. Like, I was expecting it to kill me because it sets your willpower to 0. And at 0 willpower, things like liches have like a 90% chance to just destroy you. I was expecting that to happen, and I did come close to that happening once, but like the only time where I got hexed was in Cocytus. Yeah, apart from that, I didn't really get hexed. How's the tournament going? It's been going well, Bob and Alice. Thanks for asking. This is my second character. Wow, I landed next to Roxanne. This might not be good. I can stomp to somewhat damage her. Crystal Spear misses you. 13 evasion, still a miss. Very convenient. I mean, I would like to not fight Roxanne, but I think I'm kind of forced to do so. I wonder if I can confuse her if I do this. Ooh, nice, it works. Extremely convenient. Let's do it again. Sweet. Roxanne's Grimoire of Shape-Shifting. In case you don't know, Roxanne is a unique statue. She doesn't move. that will always drop a book with statue form. So that's the statue form gone wrong, because real statue form does let you move. In this case, she had Ignite, Poison, and Dragon form, so those are some fantastic spells. Not for my character, but just in general. If I wanted to use them, I would be very happy to have those spells. But normally I wouldn't fight Roxanne at all in the first place, because it's kind of hard for you to have the tools needed to kill Roxanne. Um, I wouldn't have taken the fight if I had not been dropped next to her, but I was dropped next to her, so here we are. Um, Another condenser vein, sure, sure, it's fine, it's fine. I think I paid for the option to use it. I would rather just like pay for it and not have to use it than not pay for it and be stuck in a fight where I'm like, oh man, I need condenser vein and I don't have it. Mm, okay. This is going well. I don't think I even care about going back up until I am on my way out, because Elf 1, like the difference between Elf 1 and Elf 2 is not really that much. Gonna train more armor. I'm gonna need that later on. Also shields. I guess I can, at this point I can just kinda turn on everything. Yeah, at this point I can just turn on everything. I'm already powerful enough that it doesn't really matter. Those are all trash. We are gonna leave them right there. The loot that we came here for is not encountered in the first two levels. It's gonna be encountered right here. One of the very few levels in the game where I immediately, upon entering the level, read a scroll of magic mapping because I know what's coming. And well, that part of the level right here, that is the vault. And in the vault, there's a bunch of very high level elves that we have not seen yet. We saw a sorcerer, but I don't think we have seen elementalists or annihilators or master archers or blade masters or high priests or death mages. Yeah, there's a lot of high level elves that we have not fought. We've been fighting only the popcorn, and I am well equipped to deal with the popcorn, but not with the real elves. I got marked. Better play it safe and leave before. Yeah, I saw one annihilator, but it was in bolts, not in here. And we also saw one sorcerer. We saw it in here, but yeah, it was a soul sorcerer and it was alone. This is the elementalist. Not that dangerous, but it makes it annoying. It gives a lot of support to the other elves because it destroys your cover. Like you cannot hide around the corner if you're fighting an elementalist because it will just turn the walls into earth elementals. There should be a 9th level spell that teleports every enemy on the level. That would be very scummy. Like you could just spam that on the stairs and fight enemies like that in a very safe way, just like splitting them from their bolts. I'm not saying that it is impossible for that to happen because level 9 spells kind of break the rules of the game, but it is very unlikely to happen. Okay, Master Archer. Very dangerous, doesn't have any spells. It just hits really, really, really hard from afar. And it does it very consistently, but fortunately this time around it was next to me. Another one. Gonna drink Attraction here. Yeah, Attraction is gonna be good for dealing with these helps. Blade Master also hits very, very hard, has a lot of evasion, and it is fast, so you can run away from the Master Archer if you have it at the edge of line of sight, but you cannot run away from the Blade Master. Not even while hasted. It moves as fast as you do while you are hasted. So yeah, very dangerous foe to be in the receiving end of. Ouch. Iron Shot hits you for 62. I think I am gonna have to bail after this fight. 31, acid, still attracting monsters. Do I have silence? I do not. We might be in trouble. We might be in a bit of a pickle. Sorcery is almost death. I have 27 armor class. Oh man, that sucks. a bunch of things moving, or rather, I think the potion of attraction is creating clouds of translocation energy that are blocking line of sight. So if I use Tin of Tremor Stones, it's not guaranteed to be that good. I can use Lightning Rod again. The possibilities of me dying the next turn are very low because I think before I die, I kill the sorcerer with the Lightning Rod. After all, I have 15 evocations. Like it really should die. It doesn't check evasion, so let's go for that. Kills the sorcerer. Demonologist almost dead. And that was like the only thing that was actually terrifying. The Blade Master is still a big issue, but it's not as terrifying as the sorcerer. Okay, you're not gonna kill me from 27 armor class wielding a rapier or wielding two rapiers. Yeah, you're not gonna do that. In Crawl, monsters cheat because players cannot dual wield, but monsters definitely can. These guys do, Etins do, two-headed ogres do. Um, there might be other monsters that do, but I guess players have access to Gyre and Gimbal, which are like the only way for a player to dual wield. Oh man, Nemesis choices the Jin Cinder Acolyte. I kind of want to play that. I hope that after I'm done with this character and when I start the next one, I can play that. Okay, that's fine. I can Grand Finale the Blade Master just to get rid of it in a safe and controlled way. Ooh, I don't want to fight those annihilators. Like the elementals are like whatever, but the annihilators at 70 HP, no, I would die. So better not be fighting them. The issue with that, with this, is that since I'm attracting, the annihilators would be just like placed next to me the moment that they enter my line of sight. That's why I blinked, because otherwise I think I would have just like to walk away. But we're fine so far. Yeah, we're fine. We can just run away from these dancing weapons. Dig, get out, kill this, and rest to full HP. And that was a bit of a close call, but fortunately we were able to emerge victorious. Thanks to the Lightning Rod, which is not something that I use very often, but it certainly was quite good here. And we already saw something very juicy here. Randar's Cloak, very likely to be very good compared to what I currently have. Oh man, two annihilators. Hold on. Condenser Bane time. Yep, we get Clouds of Fire. Not the best, but they're fine. Definitely cannot complain about getting Clouds of Fire. They still do the trick. Okay, now, is it time to Attraction again? I'll do it. I don't think it's gonna kill me. Let's do Attraction. Okay, get over here. Attraction with silence would be fantastic, but unfortunately I don't have access to silence. Yeah, it's a rare scroll, and the spell, well, I cannot cast the spell, I'm wearing heavy armor. Also, I have 8 intelligence, another source of willpower. I might have to carry that around, much to my dismay. Oh, let's drop wizardry. We're not using that. Even with wizardry, I wouldn't be able to cast the spell without dedicating some serious experience towards being able to cast it, and also I don't need it that much. I'm better off just training the things that I'm already training. Evocations, invocations, armor shield, and eventually a bit more fighting. But I want the invocations title, obviously, because Uskoyo title. Very cool title indeed. Ah, that's a good cloak. Yeah, let's get rid of that. High Priest. Let's get rid of the High Priest before continuing. Fortunately, taking off a cloak is like whatever compared to taking off a more serious piece of armor. I pick up something. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me drop this cloak, because I did take it off, but I didn't drop it. Let's put on the cloak of 2 pips of fire resistance. Now I have 3. We can say goodbye to the ring of fire resistance, go to the ring of cold resistance. And my resistances are starting to shape up, look pretty good. Ooh, give me that. I am very glad that I found the Amulet of the Four Winds. We're gonna be sacrificing the Amulet of Fate. Like, it doesn't matter for Uskoyo. Normally, it makes you lose a ton of piety, but with Uskoyo, that's not an issue. And Four Winds, well, it is not as good as an Amulet of Regen. Like I think I would take an Amulet of Regen over 4 wins, but now I don't have to worry about getting hexed for the rest of the game. Are you playing in a clan? I would like to play in a clan, but I was not really invited, and I also didn't really try very hard to organize a clan. So right now I am not, but I still have like a whole week to organize a clan. If anyone here wants to form a clan with me, just let me know. Like join the Discord and let me know, and we can get something done. Like first 6 people to let me know will be invited. Also, there's already one person that wants to be part of a clan, but we have no one else. But so if there's interest, I'll make a clan. Might it even be the legendary Team Splat? I am not participating in Team Splat, but it could be Team Splat. Yeah, I was gonna call the clan Team Donate to the servers because I think donating to the servers is a very important thing. After all, thanks to server donations, I am able to stream. I could stream without donating or without people donating to servers. Like I could play locally, but the servers are like such a fundamental part of my crawl experience. They let people watch my games online, and they did let people watch my games even before I streamed. So I just like appreciate servers a lot. And if I could, I would definitely not donate to them myself, but I am not in that position yet. Maybe in the future. By the way, that amulet is also a fantastic amulet. Like that's seriously good. It's definitely better than 4 wins. So I am definitely thinking about going and using that amulet that I just found. Acrobat Regen 3 Slaying, Resistance to Negative, dropping 4 wins and replacing it with the Ring of Willpower. I might do that. In fact, let's just do that. But oh wait, I can't use 4 wins here because it like removes the possibility of me getting dumpstered by a hex. Yeah, I think it actually sets it to 0%. Aha, banishment 0%. Let's find out about a leech, ancient leech. Ancient leeches have a 0% chance to hex me, so that is a lot of willpower. We went from having 0 willpower to having a lot of willpower pretty much overnight with this character. And I just found a ring that is like the combination of 2 of my rings that I'm wearing. So I can drop the 2 of them, put this better ring on. Fantastic. Now my resistances look so good. They look very juicy indeed. Mm. I'm glad that I came here. Usually when I come into Elf, like I'm always disappointed, but this time it provided a lot of things that are really good for my character. And yeah, this room that you're seeing right now is a reason why people do Elf. It's a lot of high quality consumables and just in general items and gear. We even found File of Lots, which was an important part of my build that I hadn't gotten. Well, not really build, but like just an important experience evocable to have. It is, in my opinion, on the same tier as Condenser Bane. Um, and Condenser Bane and File Floats are like the best. And then there's Tin of Tremor Stones. It's slightly less good than Condenser Bane, but still pretty fantastic. And then after that, the rest of them. Like I don't think I've used Phantom Mirror Box of Beasts that much. Lightning Rod has been useful on this game. But it's still not that good in my opinion. File of Lots is fantastic because even without evocations, it still silences the monster, so it's super powerful, and it doesn't miss. Like you can point it at a monster, and as long as the projectile actually lands on the tile of the monster will be silenced. It only applies for some monsters, of course, but it would have applied for Ops if I had gotten it before killing all the Ops, of course. I think we are going to go do shoals. I think we can do shoals now. I am powerful enough to do shoals. Let me quiver a wand of flame for that, because flame is very powerful for this place. Oh yeah, I did say that I wanted to replace my current amulet with the other one. I'm gonna do that right now. Put on the Ring of Willpower, put on the amulet, going back to a sad 2 pips of willpower, but it's fine because I gain regen and 3 slaying. Slaying increases the amount of damage that I deal, and since I'm already in such a good position, I think it's not a terrible idea to just like dive past the vast majority of this place. There's not a lot of loot that I want from here. I guess I want that, and also the Wand of Charming. Yeah, the File of Lots would have been good for Elf, but I already got one. Um, so it's fine. And I don't have to clear the entirety of the floors. So I only have to do as much of the floors as I have to find the downstairs. Now, when I find the downstairs, it's just a matter of leaving. Randart Amulet, it's incredibly unlikely for that to be better than what I have, but it might be better, so I think it's worth checking. Yeah, depending on the ghost, I am probably gonna go in immediately, or just like delay it a bit. Ouch. 60. Oh, I got hit by a dream ship. Funnily enough, what dealt damage to me there was the merfolk. The merfolk hit me for a staff because monsters can stab you when you're asleep or paralyzed, and that makes them deal more damage. So definitely bad. Um, Man, Dream Sheep are so scary. I'm gonna drink Attraction yet again. Fantastic consumable. Also, that was my first use of Condenser Bane. As you can see, it places clouds of well, clouds. It's random what kind of clouds it places. This time I got clouds of poison, which are not the best, but they're also not thunderclouds. I think thunderclouds are the worst, not because they are resisted, but because the damage is so inconsistent with thunderclouds. Mm, I don't like that. That I feel has a very real chance to kill me before I can deal any damage to it because it deals, or it has so much armor class. I could kill it with instantly killing it with Grand Finale, but I don't know if the dudes in that vault are enough for me to get to Grand Finale. Let's give it a try. If things get bad and I cannot kill it, I'll teleport away. And yeah, what happened there? Huh, 125. Oh! I got hit by Iron Shot 2 turns in a row. That's what happened. And across the turns, 20 or how much was it? 125 across the turns. That's not looking very good. Yep, I knew what I was getting into when I saw this, of course. So it's no one's fault but mine. But yeah. Oh, I have silence. I should have used silence. If I read silence, the ghost becomes significantly less threatening. Still dangerous, but much less so. Reading silence does remove my ability to read teleport, but unfortunately, I am gonna have to do a bit of a thingy here to not die. Gonna have to check the line of sight of this dude. It can see every tile except for this one, but if I blink here, that's really bad because I'm still super close. I better just like be away from the range of Crystal Spear by blinking. Kind of wasteful. Not kind of, extremely wasteful. I am going to read summoning now to summon a bunch of dudes. Wow, 2 dudes. Well, I guess it's okay because last time I used summoning, I got a million dudes. Um, this guy has a decent chance to shoot Iron Shot. It has a very reasonable chance to hit this thing because it has no evasion. But in the case that it was to miss that thing, I would like to block it with my 18 shield or dodge it with my 13 evasion. But it wouldn't be unreasonable for neither of those things to happen and for me to get hit. And then I would still need to get hit for a high amount of damage because I have 89 HP. So yeah, it would need to be like a sequence of 4 or 5 extremely unlucky events to happen in the same turn for me to die from another iron shot. So I think we're fine. And iron shot I am only talking about because it's like the thing that it deals the most damage. LRD doesn't deal that much damage. It also would hit no, it wouldn't hit an ally if done correctly. Like it can target this style and it would only hit me. But I have 27 armor class. It's not gonna get past that. I can re-teleport. We're fine. Gonna drink a heal wounds for good luck because at this point it barely does anything else. I'm teleporting, so I don't want to use any more resources. I'm just gonna wait a couple of turns and get the teleport. And we get teleported into Luis, my nemesis. My first good run of Kroll got ended by Luis. I remember it very vividly. I was a Troll Berserker and I had gold scales and I felt unbeatable. And then I found Luis and I was like, oh, puny mage, I'm just gonna punch you because I'm a troll. And then Luis banished me and I was in the Abyss, and obviously the Abyss killed me because I was a new player. Um, So that's how I learned to fear Louise and Hexers in general. But fortunately for me this time around, it's only a 9% chance to get banished, so I don't think it's gonna happen. The other things that Louise does, Stone Arrow, Lightning Bolt, not too afraid of them. We can probably deal with her with much ease. She does have a tower shield and a good weapon, but she pales in comparison to the other enemies that I have already faced. Um, okay, Louise got paralyzed for a while, and we get access to her weapon. It's not that good. I already dropped the flail. Yeah, I don't care about the Evening Star. My weapon is already like my endgame weapon, so I'm not looking forward to upgrading it. It's not the most damaging axe, but it is the most damaging one-handed axe. There's room for upgrade, but it is extremely unlikely that I get something better than what I already have. It would have to be something like Arga or like a sick Randart, which is extremely unlikely to generate. Um, Obsidian Axe? No, not Obsidian Axe. Or maybe Obsidian Axe because I have 4 winds. 4 winds gives me clarity, which prevents the mesmerize. So 4 axe with that could be useful. Maybe it could be Obsidian Axe. Like I know that you suggested it in jest, but I could use it. I still would like to not use it. Okay, round two. Now with more silence. I think round two now with more silence and with less reckless stabbing. Okay, first and foremost, use Phantom Mirror to copy this thing. Yes, now I have a temporary ally. Summoning again? Nah. Box of Beasts, let's get a Chimera friend. We get an Elder. 3 dice of 42. How much resistance to fire do you have? Only 1 pip. It's not gonna deal a lot because it has obscene amounts of armor class, but it's gonna be decent. Does Clarity prevent Obsidian as Mesmerize? I mean, in general, it prevents Mesmerize, so I guess we would have to find that item to make sure. But if you ask me, I would say that it does prevent it. We got Acid, and that's what we wanted to see. Acid clouds are brutal. As you can see, this ghost is not resistant to acid, so acid clouds will just melt the ghost in like 3 or 4 turns. The acid corrodes the manticore. Okay, I'm at full HP. Yeah, acid is just destroying everything because that's what acid does, including my dudes. The ghost is destroyed. Easy peasy. The amulet has resistance to electricity. It has mana regen, but resistance to electricity is the thing that we kinda care about. Makes me able to take off my current scale mail and replace it for something a lot better, which would be the plate of cold resistance that I'm carrying. I will carry that and put it on, but I will not like it because it means that I'm sacrificing regen and slaying. But it's all in the sake of having better resistances. I think it's maybe not a terrible idea for me to drop vulnerability. I don't see myself using it very much. What else could I drop? Invisibility? No. No, I could see myself using that in SOT against Ghost Moths, so I can grant Finale, Orbs of Fire, that kind of thing. Let me put this on. And we can probably drop that. And we can also drop the globes now. Man, those globes, they're sick, but we cannot justify using them. They're -5. Now my defenses look pretty decent. 33, 11, 19 with only a loss to resistance to negative, but who really cares about that? It's only relevant in some very specific parts of the game that we are probably not gonna be going to. Okay, that was it for Shoals 2. Okay, we get a free net. By the way, talking about nets, maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to train some throwing so I can throw nets better. Yeah, I think just getting like 8 throwing or so might be good. We can rush that. Hold on, there's some downstairs, and we have already established that I don't particularly care about the loot that can be provided by this place. We can get Demon Tridents, but ooh, wait a second. That's a Ring of Sixes Slaying. Yeah, I like this shop. Places potentially better than usual rings. I mean, the +2 ring of slaying is worse, and the +4 ring of intelligence is also worse. But +7 stat rings, +7 protection is a lot of protection. Might be also interested in that. It's almost the ring of the tortoise, which is an unbranded that gives you +8 armor class, and that's it. Yeah, one of a kind rings because they normally don't generate like this. Pretty cool. I suspect that's man, I cannot remember the name. Oh, Nicolay. That's gotta be a Nicolay bolt. Definitely looks like a Nicolay bolt. Okay. Oh no, it's this layout. This layout is one of the vilest things. It's so difficult. I'm glad that I postponed this as much as I could. I can still postpone it even more. Like, I could just go do slime instead of doing this. And it might be a good idea, considering how much that Javelineer destroyed me. Yeah, a +4 ring of protection is nothing, but a +7 ring of protection, on the other hand, very juicy. Um, it might replace my ring of poison resistance and cold resistance when I get gold scales. In fact, I could just go get gold scales now by doing depths. We can do that and enchant them. Oh yeah, that sounds like a plan. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's go do that right now. All right, depths 1 immediately see a net in. It doesn't hit me at all, which is very nice because they hurt. All right. I'm not afraid of wizards anymore. Yeah. Elf was very benevolent to me. Like, it gave me a lot of things that I needed. Reapers. Scary Reapers. But I guess not as scary as Rift Wizard Reapers. Yeah, Rift Wizard Reapers like straight up kill you. They hit you for 200 melee damage. To Foop, if you're still here, have you played Rift Wizard? I love that game. I've been playing that game like almost non-stop since I got it gifted in December. Such a good game. You should consider giving it a try. You may not like it that much because it's more like crawl than it is like NetHack, but I enjoy it a lot. It follows a similar like design philosophy of giving you all the information that you want or need to win the game and just leaving you to make your own mistakes. You will check it out at the moment that you're getting coaxed into playing the tournament. This one, interesting. Do you have a lot of experience with crawl? Okay, that thing is scary. Let's shoot Curer. Now I can fight it. Yeah, Curer slows monsters, so it greatly reduces the amount of danger that they pose. Okay. Man, this character is so strong. If you want to play Crawl, I would recommend you... Well, it depends. If you want to start a mage, I would recommend you to try Jin. Earth Elementalist might be good for you. Like, it doesn't need to worry about hybridizing a lot when it comes to their damage type. You remember a few things from 7 to 8 years ago? Nice. Okay, what's your chance to paralyze me? These fights are not going very well. I'm getting spanked super hard really early into the fights. Yep. High enough HP to live. Yeah, alright. Depths 1. It always gets pretty nasty. Like, in general, Lair Branch 1 will not be the easiest for most characters. How am I taking so much damage from that Fire Giant? That's crazy. I have 2 pips of fire resistance and 33 armor class. Did they get buffed? Maybe they got buffed. Next time I see one, I'm gonna inspect it. Okay, let's also inspect the Frost Giants. No, they're still the same. 3 dice of 25 at least. Maybe the Fire Giants deal more, uncharacteristically for fire monsters. Usually ice monsters deal more damage than fire monsters do. I'll train this to 16. Yeah. Since the last time that I talked about you about this game to Foop, actually, there's been a lot of changes, a lot of quality of life changes. I don't know if you already noticed me, but I have not eaten anything in the entirety of the game, nor I have found any food items, and that is because food no longer exists in this game, which is very nice. I definitely appreciate the removal of food. It sounds weird, but it greatly improved the game. Like it removed something that was not really a threat, and it replaced it for the salt clock. Salt will find you in 5,351 turns if you stay in this branch and explore no new floors. So the salt clock is pretty much the function of food, without the annoyance of food. Like food was there to prevent you from just like waiting around and like just luring monsters into the perfect position for you to fight them. The soft clock does that without the annoyance of going through the food system. Yeah, um, it's pretty good. A bunch of books, two bookshops, a jewelry shop that is beautiful compared to the jewelry that we already have and the one that we have found. So I'm still doing depths. Depths is one of the last parts of the game that you normally do. I have the resistances and the power and the HP to be able to survive it, and it's still gotten kind of close, but that's usually how it goes with Depths 1. No matter how strong you are, it's not gonna go like flawlessly. Um, oh man, that's a bunch of Etins, including a Storm Dragon Simulacrum that got summoned by a Vampire Mage. Better poke the Mage. You destroy the Vampire Mage. Alright, nice. Um, yeah, if you want to play a melee character, like a simple character with not a lot of decisions to make, when it comes to building the character, of course, because you still have to make decisions every combat, pretty much. Um, Depending on, or like you have to choose how to approach the combat and like how to deal with a monster. You have to decide if you want to kill, if you can kill the monster or not. There's a lot of decisions to be made, but when it comes to building the character, something simple and easy like a heal orc is a good example of what I would recommend for melee, of course. For mages, ooh, that's a scary. Yeah, that's really scary actually. For mages, you might be better off playing like a Jin. Jins don't get to choose what spells they learn, but they are weird. Like Jins are super weird, but they are also weird and easy. I don't know if you were here, but a couple of my viewers have mentioned that Jin has been helpful for them to learn how to play mages. Is it still Minotaur Berserker? This is a Heal Orc fighter, so I get to choose what god I want. But you can play Minotaur Berserker. It's still very solid for sure. Man, I'm getting dumpstered by this mean Gold Bolt. This is the or not Gold Bolt, the Crystal Bolt. Yeah, these guys have LRD, and LRD causes a bigger explosion that actually deals damage to me. Um, Not gonna. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna grand finale the Golden Dragon, but unfortunately we didn't get scales regardless. I didn't want to grand finale the Golden Dragon because it makes it explode, and I'm pretty sure that makes it not leave scales. You're having so much trouble with casters. You usually survive till bolts fall, and then any single mistake can kill you. Probably need to force yourself fraying fighting and stealth. I generally like almost never get stealth. So it is definitely possible for you to win without any stealth. Like this character had zero stealth. I know that this character is not a mage; it is a fighter, but still, like I don't think of a stealth as particularly necessary. Except if you're playing a cat or a naga, maybe those two do need stealth, and maybe that's why I don't like them that much. Mm. But even for a deep elf spellcaster, you can get by without any stealth whatsoever. You'll try the Jin first. You doubt you will come far. Yeah. For Jin, get train a lot of spellcasting. Like start the game and do capital letter and the letter of spellcasting. And don't train anything else until like 12 spellcasting or so. Ooh. Maxwell's patent armor, that's an on-rand dart. That one means that it doesn't generate randomly. Like this is an item that will always generate like this, and it's really good. But it's so dangerous to use because you cannot teleport, and if you cannot teleport, you cannot blink, and if you cannot blink, you might die. But I'll use it. I'll use it because it's a fantastic item, which also provides me with resistances that I wanted to have. In fact, that allows me to throw away the plate of cold resistance, that I'm wearing right now. Yeah, it can go away. We can put this on Maxwell's. My resistances look kinda okay right now. Um, I can also throw away the amulet because it gives me resistance to electricity. And I can go back to the other amulet that I was using, this one. Now I have regen and 3 slaying, and yeah, my resistances look pretty good now. Still looking forward to gold scales. If I found gold scales, I think I would use them instead of Maxwell's. Yeah, good luck dancing in all that heavy armor. I mean, what can I say? Healorcs are definitely pretty good at dancing in heavy armor. We found regen, but it's already like too late. I already have a better ring than that. Nice. Monstrous Menagerie Room. Easy to kill. I can just press the Condenser Bane button. We get Freezing Vapor. Extremely convenient because this is very weak, but still weak to cold. Weak to cold, weak to cold, weak to cold, weak to cold. The Hydras gets slowed by cold. Yeah. Freezing Vapor was delightful. Doing this kind of room with Condenser Bane and Tin of Tremor Stones, fantastic. And then everything is death, and I get a bunch of relatively free experience. What I use is not really a consumable. It recharges as you gain experience in the game, so it's just that I have to go through some fights without having access to those items, but it's perfectly fine. I'm powerful enough to be able to do that anyway, so yeah. For practical purposes, a teeny tiny bit of free experience. You like my tier video very much? It saved your boring work today, it brought you here. Can you do something similar for spells? I can certainly do it. I was not really planning to do it, but like if people want it, I can do it. Like there's so many tier lists that can be done of this game. Do keep in mind, however, that all my tier lists, like they're not like optimal or the way, like they're not set in stone. It's just like personal opinion, and I do them mostly for entertainment, just to like express my thoughts and opinions of certain things in the game. You might find that they apply to you if you play with a similar playstyle to mine. Okay, that's fine. All right, easy peasy. Got marked again. I have regen. I think I can take being marked. I don't need to run away. However, if I do have to run away, we would be in serious trouble because I'm using Maxwell's patent armor, and so I cannot teleport. But it's looking pretty good. I don't have to teleport. Love to see one for spells. It would be complicated because like you cannot really rank spells between levels. It doesn't make a lot of sense to rank spells between levels. Like I can say, oh yeah, of course, Firestorm is like the best spell, and then you would be like, okay, sure, but I'm not gonna get Firestorm in a 3-rune game with like 95% of my characters, so it's worthless, you know. I would have to think about how to do it, but I guess I can make, instead of making a tier list for spells, what I could do would be maybe describing my thoughts and opinions on some spells that I like. That I could think about doing. You just find the number of spells in the game overwhelming. You would have to have. It would be better for you to have a sense of what's worth getting. Well, the vast majority of these spells in the game are like actually usable or maybe even good. It's just that some of them, specifically hexes, don't resonate with my playstyle like at all. So I try to stay away from them, like the plague. Also, I have like not a lot of affinity for summons in general. Some of them can be fantastic in the summons in the summon school, specifically Haunt, Malign Gateway, Summon Horrible Things. those ones are some of my favorite summon spells, but they're very high level. Unfortunately, in order to get those, if you start a summoner, you have to go through like summon doggy and well, summon doggy is okay, but like summon small mamal, call imp, lightning spire. Man, I hate those spells. Summon doggy is fine. Yeah, I don't hate summon doggy. Hmm. Ogu. Ogu. Okay. The War Axe Ogu, but I'm not gonna use it. Not as good as what I have, of course. What is that? Is that a... Oh, a pan. Okay. I'm gonna fly over this to reach that Frost Giant. Yeah, because... Oh, okay, that's fine. Fortunately, I got paralyzed, but I got paralyzed next to two enemies that are not that scary. Who cares about those things? Got marked. Man, those guys are dealing so much damage out of nowhere. I feel like they are dealing especially high amounts of damage today. But it might be that I have 11 evasion and I'm not really dodging anything. Hello, how did the tournament run so far? They've been going well. This is my second one. My first one died in the early game. Ooh, rendered plate again. Gotcha time. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Oh, oh, I'm gonna have a. Oh my god, I almost choked. That is good. That is almost as good as Maxwell's, and it lets me teleport. And it gives me 4 strength, and it gives me 4 dexterity. Did you see that? That's crazy. Goodbye, Maxwell's. It was good, but not as good as this. Also, let's wear this helmet of See Invisible. We lose 2 armor class overall, but it's fine. And of course, that will greatly contaminate me if I ever take it off, but I don't think I want to take it off. I am glad that I decided to do depths before continuing with Shoal's Crystal Plate. In this game, Crystal Plate is not worthless, I have to mention, but it's also not good enough for me to want to use. Um, yeah, that's crazy good. Oh, a Juggernaut. These are super scary. Maximum HP around 170, and it looks extremely dangerous. I like how the game tells you when something is extremely dangerous. Sometimes the game can mark monsters as extremely dangerous, and from your player experience, you can tell, oh, that monster is not really that scary to me and my current build. But this one is almost always extremely dangerous because it hits so ridiculously hard. It is faster than you, like way faster than you. You cannot really run away from it. You just have to tank and attack pretty much and hope to kill it before it attacks again. Fortunately, it does have a very serious weakness in the form of Curer, so you can Curer it and it will attack you. You block the Juggernaut's attack, the Juggernaut hits you for 1. Sure. So now it's gonna take like 5 turns for it to attack again. And so I get to kill it before it gets to get another turn. Yeah, I killed it before it attacked me again. Um, but that's just because I knew I was prepared to deal with it. Hold on. Oh, what's in there? What's in there? Is there anything funny? No, it's just a bunch of rock slimes and gold and a ring that I don't think I care about. Let me drop this ring of ice. It's completely worthless. I can also drop 4 wins. Is it a combination of equip or take damage? No, it's only when you take it off. You take it off and it pretty much sets you at the level of contamination where you would get probably 2 bad mutations from the contamination. Sometimes 1. If you get extremely lucky, you can get 0 because it's always like kind of luck based. It's not guaranteed. Yeah, it's yellow contamination. It's kind of bad. It's not terrible, but it is kind of bad. And when it comes to mutation, it's better just to not mess with them unless you're playing a cat. Because my cat that I recently won, Rithrin's Cat Berserker, it is on YouTube. That one, out of sheer desperation, drank a potion of mutation, hoping to get robust, and I got robust, and I was so happy with that. Describing what spells are good for different branches and why might be helpful. How do you feel about summons in Rift Wizard? I don't like them that much. But I like them more than that in this game, but I still don't like them that much. Also, I feel like if you go for summons only in Rift Wizard, fighting Mordred is so difficult because every 13 turns Mordred says, okay, goodbye all your summons, and so you're left with nothing. Kind of rough. We are gonna go back and get the Shoal's Rune, and then now that I can teleport, I don't feel so threatened by Bolts 5 or Slime. I can do whatever. I can do either Bolts 5 or Slime. Also, I have a fantastic plate already, so I might as well just enchant my helmet of See Invisible. Hold on, let's just go down, because I don't really want anything. I just want to get my rune. I wonder if these walls are made out of stone, because I could just float around and get the rune. I am gonna give that a try. Gonna go around as much as I can. We don't want to get into fights in this bolt. This bolt is nasty. Has a bunch of javelineers. And javelineers are like probably the single most dangerous monster that you will see in lair branches. Apart from slime, of course. The slime has acid blobs, and those hurt so much more. Okay, Minotaur. Minotaurs are scary, but we have transcended the fear of Minotaurs. Yeah, they're not gonna kill me with this amount of armor class. Expecting to find a better shield at some point? Not really. I mean, if it happens, it would be cool, but I am not really expecting to do so. It's not like it's gonna happen, like almost guaranteed, like it would happen with most weapons in the game or most armor even. Mm, I got netted. This is a scary merfolk. I don't want to get banished. I still don't want to get banished, even though it would be significantly less bad to get banished now. Still better for me not to get banished. And yeah, I feel like from that brief incursion in depths, my character became exponentially more powerful than it used to be. Still getting hexed by these satyrs pretty much every time. What's your chance to hex me? 39. It's a lot. I think they have an enhanced chance to affect you with Cossphere than with other hexes. Because there are some hexes that have an increased success chance. For the player, for example, Mind Burst would be one of those. I think Anguish, which is new, and Enfeeble also have an enhanced chance to be successful. Sphinx. Unfortunately, I don't have to fear them anymore. Still looking for my rune. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the Barnacle rooms. So now I have 2 out of the minimum of 3 that I need to go into SOT. With my character as it is, I don't think I have to go into anything fancy to get my 3rd rune. You hate shoals, too many shooters. Yes, Javelineers specifically are so vile. Let's go do slime. Hold on, do I have resist corrosion? I do not. Maybe let's do Bolt 5. Enchant armor. Let's go buy that. Enchant my helmet, and then go and buy the brand weapon, because I am kind of not liking the spectral at this point in the game. It just makes it so that monsters have a higher chance to hurt you. Tower. No. Okay. Got Maxwell's armor on your first win with Healorc Fighter. Put it on in SOT 5 and actually stopped on a teletrap 2 turns from the stairs. Quite probably the armor saved the run. You got so lucky, it sounds. Maxwell's is pretty good in general. It's dangerous to use, but it's a very powerful item. As long as you have like a foresight to prevent yourself from getting dumpstered by it. Of course, unfortunately, mages cannot use it because it prevents you from casting spells, but this character wouldn't really have that issue. Fortunately, I found something almost as good as Maxwell's in the form of this plus 14 plate. It's really good. Like, it's so good. It's very noticeable going from plus 4 scale mail to plus 14 plate. Like, it's like night and day. Look at my armor class. 46, 12, 21 defenses. Excellent, excellent. So it's either Bolt 5 or Slime, also a brand weapon. Hopefully Vampiric. Vampiric is good for the entirety of the game. Like it never gets to a point in a 3-rune game where Vampiric is not good. We got Venom. I have another brand weapon, so we can rebrand it. It's not that Venom is bad, but I want something else than Venom. Like, I would even take Borpal over Venom. Flaming? Well, that would have been useful much earlier in the game, but sure. Got suggestion for a Spriggan Venom Mage. Thinking about going Behemoth, but you might be too squishy. Have you tried new Ashensari? Because new Ashensari is no joke the best god in the game right now. Even with all the nerfs in 0.28, I still think Ashensari is above and beyond all other gods. Identifies everything in the game at one pip of piety, makes you very powerful, removes exploration-based traps, even gives you scrying, like passive scrying, so you can see through walls, which can help as a Spriggan to avoid fights. You could go Ashensari. Ashensari doesn't help you with killing skellies and stuff like that early in the game. If you think that's gonna be an issue for you, which in my opinion it shouldn't be, since you can run away from everything, you could go a different goth like Nemelex or Behumet. Or Ghostlag even, but I would recommend Ashensari. Yeah, but it all depends on what you want to do or how you want to approach the character. Let's go to Bolt 5. And you may not know, but you may remember earlier in the game where we saw a Bolt with a million humans and Rupert and Agnes and Uruk. Bolt 5 is like that, but with Bolt guards and even more enemies. And so I don't enter Bolt 5 through the stairs whenever given the choice. Yep, right. This level always generates like this: 4 quadrants full of extremely dangerous enemies and a lot of experience. And you always enter through these stairs. And there's 24 bolt guards surrounding the stairs. And there's also other monsters that you're gonna be seeing. Yeah, this is probably one of the best possible entrances to Bolt 5. Like, I'm in the corner, and the corner, you don't have many enemies that can come for you. Like, this looks kind of scary because it's a bunch of relatively high level enemies. Still a joke compared to how truly bad it can get. Oh, that's a pretty fantastic ring. Hmm. Yeah, 6 strength, 2 slaying, resistance to corrosion. The only downside of it is that it drains you if you take it off, so I don't like it very much, but I could use it. Dreadlich. What's your chance to destroy me? 19%. That's not very good. I can kill that guy with Telefrag, with Grand Finale, and I'm very likely to do so. But I am going to wait until it's close to me. Now we're gonna Grand Finale. You blow up the Dreadlich. Who needs to resist that if I can just telefrag it? Gonna wait around the corner. Hold on. I still have regen, right? Yeah. Okay. Regen makes this whole ordeal significantly safer because if you don't have regen, it's not uncommon for you to go here and try to rest and then like stumble into monsters upon monsters and never be able to rest to full HP and eventually die to just attrition, human wave tactics pretty much, monster wave tactics. But with regen, that is significantly less likely to happen. And this level, like Elf 3, also has vast amounts of high quality loot. Well, sometimes high quality loot, and it also has a rune. So I need to go in here to get a rune. I think that was it for the first quadrant. Let's go down. Resisting spells is for people who get targeted by spells. That's right. That's right. Just like my demigod, the best character that I ever played, like showcased, you can play a character that doesn't have any willpower as long as you are actually like ridiculously, obscenely powerful. And that character definitely was obscenely powerful. That's the only word that I could use to describe that character. Obscenely powerful. Mm, yeah, it destroyed Tomb. Like it was actually a walk in the park to do Tomb, and I think I described it as such. If you want to see just like a taste of what the character was without like having to watch through the whole like 10 or 11 hours of footage of that character, you can just watch the final part. It's like 13 minutes, and it's only Tomb because I left it for a later day and it was perfectly fine. It was like never dangerous. I even got teleported into the ring, and it was like a joke. So I similarly want to Grand Finale the Lich because it also has a 19% chance to hex me. Hex me with Petrify, but it still hexes me. and I don't want to get hexed. So I just wait for it to get close to me, since Grand Finale will always move you towards the monster. It's better for me to Grand Finale when the monster is close to me, as close as it can be without actually having a turn to hex me. So I don't reveal a bunch of monsters on the screen at the same time and therefore get forced into a very complicated fight as a result of that. We're gonna be using Attraction again. Yeah, I'm still fine. This could go bad, especially because like look at the vast amount of monsters that we have on the screen right now. But it so far is not going pretty bad, not going bad at all. It's being extremely sustainable. I got marked, so I am probably gonna fight a bunch of these dudes. I can teleport because I took off Maxwell's. Without Maxwell's, it would not be going so well. Like at this point, especially while being marked with Maxwell's, I would start thinking about drinking cancellation to get rid of the mark, probably running away. Finally, I got hit by a Bolt Warden, got hit for 31. It's fine. Yeah, if I drop below 100, I would re-teleport. Still not under 100, so we're fine. Yeah. Also, I guess other monsters that would make me be uneased would be like leeches, um, annihilators, monsters that can hit me really, really, really hard. Mm, okay. Those Vault Guards, I'm pretty sure they were the ones that spawn in the middle of the level. Mm. Yeah, I'm not really talking about a lot of the monsters that we are encountering here because my character is extremely well suited to deal with the vast majority of the things that I will be encountering without really exploding in the process. Whenever I build my characters, that's my specific ultimate goal: being a character that doesn't explode. Yeah, I think that is a very important thing to build around, and so I choose to sacrifice like greater offense for nice defense. I guess at this point I might as well enchant the tower shield. Hold on, one last try. No tower shields in the floor, so I guess I'm just gonna enchant this one. I never do, but I guess it's okay to enchant it. Bodies. Bodies is a unique lich, so it is kinda dangerous. Not so, I would say that it's less dangerous than an ancient lich or a dread lich because it doesn't have a hex, but it can definitely blow you up. Fortunately for me, I had Grand Finale charged up, so I just went ahead and used Grand Finale on Bodies. Bodies has a unique property that makes it revive. And also, when you're in the orb run, bodies will revive and will be permanently hasted and affected by brilliance. So it has a higher spell power on everything. So it can be kind of nasty. Let me drop that ring of wizardry that I picked up. Drop it and never pick it up. Same goes for the invisible. I really want to wear that ring that we just found. That ring is pretty good. I cannot wear it without losing cold resistance and resistance to poison. And resistance to poison is very important for SOT. Any monster that places clouds of poison is like the most dangerous thing that exists in the game. If you don't have poison resistance, it can kill you really fast. And it does very consistent damage across many turns. So I generally don't go into SOT without poison resistance. And when I do, I generally die because of being used to having poison resistance by the time I go in there. So we got rune number 3. That's all that we need. Barnacle, Gossamer, and Silver. We're experience level 25 out of 27. I could do Crypt. I could do Slime. But I'm not going to. I am already powerful enough to go into SOT. Okay, welcome to the realm of SOT. And we immediately see 17 Draconians. I would like to have a choke point, like a real choke point, not a wide one like this. So I'm gonna go to the edge of the level, and then I'm gonna do extended riot. It may happen. It's unlikely. I mean, it's not gonna happen with this character. I can already tell you that for sure. But it might happen in the future in the tournament. Okay, Okay, bunch of draconians. There's a lot of them, and they're very dangerous, and they deal a lot of elemental damage. 3 dice of 28 cold breath, and it's, you may be thinking, okay, dragons kind of do the same, but these are the normal enemies for this place in the game. So every band of enemy that you face will have a bunch of dudes that do a bunch of very nasty things to you, including employed draconians, which not only have their very dangerous breath weapon, but also cast very dangerous spells. um, I think the worst draconians to face are probably Scorchers, because they have Damnation. That hurts a lot and cannot be dodged in any way whatsoever. But after Scorchers, I think the second worst might be Shifters. Shifters blink you around like crazy. They're pretty bad, and you cannot resist them with willpower. Annihilators are also very dangerous. Let me telefrag it, because why not? This is going well so far. Yeah. I might get the title for 27 invocations with Uskoyo. Uskoyo is like a god that really wants you to train invocations. Invocations is crucial for Uskoyo. Clouds of poison, but fortunately I had poison resistance, so barely deals any damage. Some dragons guarding some loot. And I think I could just do the entirety of Sot, like without diving it. Normally I do dive it, but maybe not this time around. The boots that I have are exactly the same as those on the floor, so I will leave them right on the floor. It's generally recommended that you should not auto-explore this place, because if you the more that you explore of Sot, the more you're likely to encounter an orb of fire or a killer clown or an ancient lich or something like truly messed up that can get you in a complicated fight outside of Sot 5, which is the place where those things normally generate. Berserk Tentacle Monstrosities, I don't know if that's unstable or if that was in 0.27 before the tournament, but in case it wasn't, well, now they can Berserk. In general, demons can Berserk now. There's a lot of very fun and nasty bolts that could be made there with Berserking demons. Like, I could see one with Executioners and Ignacio. Um, Question: what happens if your strength in dexterity goes to 0? You become paralyzed for a couple of turns. You are permanently slow until you fix that, and depending on the stat that went to 0, other bad things happen to you. I think with strength, you have a very good chance to not be able to attack or something along those lines. With intelligence, I think you have a very good chance of not being able to cast a spell. I mean, in case you were somehow able to cast spells with 0 intelligence. And with dexterity, you have a very good chance of not being able to dodge. I don't know specifically what are the downsides for having 0 stat, but I guess just from the perma slow until you fix the stat and the paralysis, it's a general really good idea for you not to be at 0 stat. And it's much more milder than it used to be. Before, it used to just straight up kill you. But Kroll moved away from instant deaths because instant deaths are pretty lame. So now it still gives you a chance to not die, but it severely punishes you for letting that happen in the first place, which is, in my opinion, the way that it should be. In case you were wondering why I was carrying potions of 3, this would be why. This thing has Symbol of Torment, which halves your HP, and 3s are immune to Torment. So Potion of 3 is going to be ideal for dealing with Cursed. It is a limited consumable, but it is a consumable very well suited for this part of the game. You can use it early on for the incredible defenses and HP that is provided by being a 3. You lose all your evasion and you get all your armor melted. So the more the game progresses and the more you get evasion or the more better armor that you get, the least useful 3 form becomes, but it becomes once again useful once you start seeing monsters with Torment specifically. So in this place, Curstos, later on there's monsters with a lot of Torment, actually. Tormentors. Fiends have Torment as well. Mummies. It might not be wise for you to use a potion of 3 against a single Tormentor or a Fiend, but it is excellent for Tomb. Yeah, there's a strategy of using tree form and attraction, and just using a broad axe of holy wrath and a tower shield. So kind of very similar to what my current character has and could do, but it's just like Toombi is the most dangerous part of the game by a mile, so it's not worth doing in general. Um, Okay. Um, Shifters very rarely shift you. They can shift you, but it's not something that happens quite often. That looks like something that I shouldn't really explore. Yeah, if there's an alarm trap in a single corridor in a huge center part of the level that I haven't explored yet, that's like a bunch of red flags thrown at me that the game is trying to kill me if I go in there. In general, the game sets a lot of traps for you, and you can choose to either face the challenge and like try to not die or just ignore it. It all comes from like previous experience, which in my opinion is how games in general should be designed. Um, the game gives you once again all the tools that you need to not die. It's up to you to not die, or rather, I guess it does that, but it doesn't do it every time. For example, I could have gotten banished by one of the many wizards that I saw before I found finally. mm with no, not wizardry, willpower. Before I finally found willpower, I saw a million wizards and none of them banished me. So I feel like I got pretty lucky there, because I was not really taking the fights in a way that I would like minimize the possibility of getting destroyed by banishment. Um, but then again, I was not really able to do so anyway. So I just did what I could in order to survive, and I decided that if I was going to get banished, I was going to get banished, and I would try to survive it. But it never happened, so I'm very glad that it didn't happen because I'm pretty sure it would have killed me. Right now, there's very few monsters that can banish me, pretty much only monsters wielding distortion, and if I got banished at this point, I am powerful enough to survive it, so it's okay. Final level of the game, SOT 5, magic mapping. We are going to exclude this. Mm, okay, and the reason why I exclude that, I say it a lot, but it's a couple of reasons. First of all, and probably the most important, it removes the possibility of me getting flanked, or it doesn't remove it, but it greatly reduces the possibility of me getting flanked by a monster um, while like clearing the bolt, because that part of the level, like you can see it, it's massive. It's the vast majority of the monsters there are in this specific level, but there's some monsters outside. And if I get into a fight there and if things get bad and I have to run away, and the monster comes in and tries to flank me to kill me, that's something very easily preventable, or like something that you can very easily mitigate. It's not necessarily preventable because there's always a possibility of monsters jumping into a teleport trap and landing out, and so that thing still can happen even if you clear the rest of it. But it's extremely unlikely for it to happen. So just like maximizing your chances of surviving is what I do when I clear that specific part of the level. And now, as you can see, Ancient Liches. Oh, paralyzed. Why is it paralyzed? Why are they paralyzed? Oh, were they paralyzed by Uskoy? Oh, interesting. I'm gonna drink attraction, see if I can pull them and kill them before they become unparalyzed. I'm gonna haste. I have 10 haste. Now I have 9. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think I will be able to paralyze it. Uh, Ancient Leech has 15% chance to petrify. Petrify has counterplay. It's not paralysis, so I'm not afraid, or I'm not that afraid of it. It's still bad because it forces me to spend a turn drinking cancellation. You have mastered invocations, and so now I have what's probably one of the best titles in the game, the Rhythm of Life and Death. In this game, your title is determined by your highest skill, and whichever skill you max first is going to be the title that you're going to have for the entirety of the game. So that's why I wanted to max invocations before finishing this game. It's not going to be a lot of experience left for me after this point in the game. I'm going to drink 3 yet again for the Cursto. Okay. Draconian Annihilator. Yep. kind of bad if I am a 3 because I cannot dodge. It's kind of hard for a 3 to dodge something, right? So it's very nasty to be in 3 form and see monsters like that, Draconian Annihilator. And that's why I chose to use a potion, or rather a file of lots here. With Seer Strain, you can regen in monsters' line of sight. That's a nasty thing. Yeah, in general, you should not be affected by that whenever possible. Talking about not being affected by it, yeah, no fire resistance versus an orb of fire, very, very bad. But I can grand finale the orb of fire, blow it up. Okay, I think the time has come to drink cancellation to get rid of 3 form. Yeah, 3 form does give you 50% extra HP, but the downsides are generally not worth it compared to being in normal form. Only against very specific enemies is 3 form gonna be worth it, in my opinion. Um, None of which are on the screen right now. Only pretty much the curse those. Okay. Oh, I am standing on shallow water. Better make it not be the case. Threes can move that they don't have stasis, so they can still grand finale. Yeah, they cannot teleport, but generally God abilities kind of help you cheat. For example, Formicids can still blink with Lugonu. The ability that Lugonu has that lets you blink. So Formicid Abyssal Knight is something that I would recommend if you have issues with Formicids. Okay, have full piety. So I would like to find an orb of fire or something. Man, I got marked. This could be an issue. Orb of fire. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to get closer to me, this orb of fire. And then I am going to grand finale it. Another orb of fire. I wonder if I can fight for long enough to telefrag the other orb of fire. It's not looking very good because I'm not at full HP marked and I am fighting a million enemies at the same time, including a very dangerous one. Man, yeah. These orbs of fire, they're among the most dangerous enemies in the game. They hit you really hard, they malmutate you, which is not really that much of an issue because at this point in the game, like you're almost done. So it's like something that you will most likely not have to interact with very much because it's almost the end of the game. I'm gonna blink away. I have blinking, 3 of them, so I can use one to play it safe. Blink away. Man, that could have been scary. The clown pie hits you but does no damage. It's not a nice thing to be in the receiving end of, for sure. Okay, not affected by resistance. Probably gonna drink it. That's fine. 14 damage from 3 fireballs. That's really good. Could have been much more than that because those deal 3 dice of 43. But I have 3 pips of fire resistance, 48 armor class. It's because of that that I didn't just die. If I had been a cat and I had gotten hit by 3 fireballs, I would have died. And those don't check evasion, so cats are like out of luck. Also, with their very limited inventory slots, it's super hard for a cat to have 3 pips of fire resistance. Lost a game earlier today when an orb of fire malmutated you minus tele and your 3 mutation potions couldn't clear it. Man, that's so unlucky. I still don't want to fight these. I might use a second blinking. Yeah, this is not looking very good. Gonna use the second blinking. Gonna blink over here. Okay, now this is way better. Gonna haste. Gonna... I'm as buffed as I can be, pretty much. I could drink invisibility, but it doesn't really do anything. Probably should drink a couple of heal wounds for good luck. Yeah, heals you for 18 and 19, so like they don't really do a lot at this point in the game, as you see. I'm gonna try to kill this orb of fire, and then when the other one appears on the screen, that's the other one I'm gonna telefrag. There we go. Telefrag the other one. Gonna do a bit of this and a bit of this. Deals a nice amount of damage. You still didn't get any mutations from Orb of Fire? I did, but they are negligible. -2 intelligence and -2 strength, like they don't really do a lot. Especially the -2 intelligence, like actually doesn't do anything. The -2 strength does decrease my damage a bit, but only a teeny tiny bit. We're fine with that. Danger sign, Ancient Lich. Does it have a line of fire at me? It does. Better not be in that position then. Yeah, we're fine walking into some fire. I have 3 pips of fire resistance. Still deals damage to me, but very minimal amounts of damage. Okay, 5 pips of piety. I have 27 invocations, so the moment that I get Grand Finale, I can Grand Finale. And it removes a very dangerous enemy. We can just rinse and repeat. Not mighty anymore. Also, I got silenced by a clown pie. It just happened, right? Kill clown pies you viciously. The clown pie hits you. Blueberry, an unnatural silence engulfs you. So can't read scrolls, cannot pray to my god for abilities, cannot cast spells. Not that I care about casting spells. Magic scrolls do not work when you're silenced. It's fine. It's fine. We're not really in the worst position. Like, we're not gonna die here, I'm pretty sure. But this could spiral into the worst position where I would be very afraid and I could die. But right now, I don't think so. I'm gonna drink another might. All these potions that I didn't really use throughout the entirety of the game, they were saved precisely for SOT 5. Um, Unfortunately, I don't have any more Tin of Tremor Stones, would be good here. Also don't have Condenser Vein, hasn't recharged yet. At this very late stage of the game, you gain so much experience in the fight that you can reasonably do experience evocables twice per fight. Like, you can see that it already recharged. I got 1 charge of Tin of Tremor Stones and Condenser Vein back. Level 27, the final one, Strength. Strength makes me deal more damage, so I like Strength. Dexterity makes you block more, have more evasion, have more accuracy, but no. Found the Orb of Sot. I wouldn't be surprised if I already fought through the entirety of the level. A bit surprised that I was not forced to flee when I got marked. Normally I would flee, but this character is so powerful that I was like, whatever. Let's drink a mutation, because why not? Nice, sharp fingernails. Not like I'm gonna be training on armed combat, but sure. Let's pick this up. Now let's go to D0. And now, in order to win this game, you need to grab that and then get out of here. Tormentor. Don't torment. Don't torment. Hey, didn't torment. Convenient. And when you are in the orb run, you will see a lot of demons and pandemonium lords coming for you. The game tells you the Lords of Pandemonium are not amused. If you stole the rune out of some Pandemonium Lords, some very specific Pandemonium Lords, they will not hesitate to come after you during the orb run and try to kill you. Okay. How many oops were there? A lot. We can tell by checking my dump. Hold on. My dump will tell me how many orbs of fire. 5 orbs of fire, so not that many. I've had SOT 5s with like 12 or so, more than 12. Okay, convenient. Nice. Super convenient. Okay, so Nekosek can malmutate me. I would be better off not fighting them. And at this point in the game, it's ideal not to fight them anything. Whenever you see a Pandemonium Lord, you need to inspect it because they are random. They are random, very damaging enemies. As you can see, this one hits for 62. It doesn't have any spells. It's moving very fast, has decent evasion. I can kill it. It's not nearly as dangerous as it could be. Also, when you're carrying the Orb of Sot, and in general in the realm of Sot, teleporting takes significantly longer, so it's not reliable anymore. Like, you can read teleport and it can take like 15 turns to trigger. So what we are going to do is might. You don't. You trample, right? Oh, you ensnare. That's nasty. It's nasty because it will make me lose turns. You're caught in a web. Okay, nice. Going really well. Uskoyo wins you all those ridiculous fights. Uskoyo is such a good god. I'm glad that my first win in the tournament was with Uskoyo. Always a big fan of Uskoyo. Okay. Very uneventful lore run so far. I mean, we're almost out. Um, where's the exit? Oh, it's right there. Okay, I can just kill these guys. They're not really that much of an issue. hmm Okay, I have escaped. That was my first win of the tournament. It took me around 4 hours, but unfortunately I lost my first character about 1 hour in. Not bad, not bad. This is going to immediately go to YouTube, by the way. So I guess say hello to YouTube if you care about that. Gonna do another run? Yes, but not immediately. Whenever I play in the tournament, what I do is start a run, win the run, ideally. um, then take a break, be a human, like eat and that kind of thing, and then come back at my usual streaming time and then win another run. But that's only like my first day in the tournament. Yeah, thank you so much for the GGs and for hi YouTubes. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. I'm glad that you were here to share the ride. Um, so I will be ending stream for now. I'll be back in around 2 hours. If you enjoyed what you saw, you should consider following if you're not already following. And if you are, you should consider subscribing. You don't have to, and I understand if you don't want to or if you can't, but it does help me a lot. So I would appreciate it. With that being said, let's just finish this character. Let's make it official. Escape with the orb and 3 runes. The game lasted 3 hours and 16 minutes. I need to have a game that lasts under 3 hours for a banner. I'm not a speedrunner, so it's pretty difficult for me. But this is not a bad time. This is one of my fastest characters on stream ever. But I think I was not like giving commentary the way that I would usually do. Also, the character was really easy. That also helped. So it's just a healer fighter, and I found a fantastic weapon very early in the game of my Soul Scroll of Acquirement. So yeah, Herbert. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. With that being said, let's see if someone else is a streaming crawl. I'll be rating them, and I'll be back in 2 hours for another character. See you tomorrow. You will go to bed now. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for being here. I don't know if tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming at this time, at the time that I started. I normally don't stream at this time. I stream later at night, but who knows? Maybe I'll do it. You will play in the tournament now. Enjoy the tournament. Yeah, good luck. If you need help in any way, just let me know, or just ask either in the crawl channel or in my Discord. Like either of those places has high quality players that can help you if I cannot answer you. Let's see if someone is playing DCSS. There's probably gonna be, yeah.